Oh god. That's probably the first thing to actually register through my mic. It's just oh god. This is how I know I wouldn't be good at survival games, because I see fire in a building and I instantly try to run in it, like, oh, can I burn myself? Instead of asking, like, do you want to burn yourself?
Last night, I wasn't in the. I lost my entire recording of freaking Dishonored last night.
Dishonored.
But
You said you played for 9 hours?
this, yeah, I did. I went for 9 hours, and but there's this
Wow.
point where I was fighting the secret boss in Dishonored,
Mm-hmm.
and like there's the secret boss was like boiling like some acid in this cauldron,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like bubbling and steaming and all that, and I did that exact thing where I just jumped into the tub, the cauldron, just to see what will happen.
Right.
So I know what you mean. It's like, oh, I wonder what happened. It looks dangerous, but I'm gonna jump in anyways. I see you punching me. Oh, this is
So,
abuse.
as a mage, should I be using a sword or a gun?
You can use whatever
I'm
you want.
assuming that's kind of like your basic attack, I guess.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with your actual skills.
No, you can actually change what your left click does. So once you unlock a spell that you want to make as your main attack, you can just do the same thing, right click it, and then it will become your main attack.
Mm. So something about the simplicity of these games I love.
Yeah. I think that's also
Just,
why
like,
I
so
enjoy
brainless.
Valorant so much. I mean, yeah, it's like got
Yeah.
a lot going on, but it's still like compared to Overwatch, it's still a lot simpler. And it's
Exactly. Like, there's no considering to retreat or not. It's just shoot or be shot.
yeah. So like it does like depend on where your mood is at, but it's pretty fun. Which
Yeah, like
disappears.
there are times I want to play like a complex game and have as
Yeah.
many mental avenues as possible, but there's other times it's like I just want to relax and play a casual game. So Valorant's good for that.
Yeah,
You still have to try hard and all that, but it's just like less thinking.
yeah, exactly. Like you focus on one skill set rather than like three.
Yeah.
But it still disappoints me that like I have this high ping issue now. So like to me, like before I thought I just sucked. I thought I was performing poorly because I sucked. If it was because I sucked, then I have control over that because I can, improve over time.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of like,
Well-
no, it's your ping.
Yeah, like I didn't know what to tell you when we were in the moment, because sometimes like you think you shot someone in the head
Yeah.
but you missed. It's just like because it's such a short amount of time that you can actually see your bullet.
Yeah.
It's like I shot him right in the head, and it's like no, you didn't.
Yeah.
So that's
the-
what I was seeing, but I didn't know if it was a ping issue or if it was just like you thought you shot him and you clearly missed even on your screen.
Yeah, because like.
But it's
Mhm.
judging by your ping, it must be that.
Yeah, because I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, I think I just suck. Maybe I'm just like overconfident from like, playing shooters as much as I did, and maybe I'm just really that bad. But then, so just for a disclaimer for our non-existent viewers, just last night I was like playing Valorant by myself, just doing some spike rushes, and I was using the operator. Oh, why are you humping the wall?
I'm talking to this guy.
What?
I like that I had to shoot the door down.
Yeah.
Oh, I kicked it and it exploded
Destructible
because
turrets,
of
honestly.
this.
But I was playing
Yeah.
Valorant by myself doing spike rush, and I was using the operator. And I saw this phoenix, and I was trying to scope the phoenix. And it was one of those moments where you see that the crosshair is nowhere near the phoenix, but he still died from my shot. And then
Oh,
to
look at
me-
these things.
Yeah, they're wicked. And that to me just registered as, wow, that immense lag, he walked into my bullet. That sort of thing. And that's what
Yeah.
confirmed for me that this whole time it's just been my ping screwing my aim. Because, like,
Mm-hmm.
when I shoot something, like, I've played shooters long enough where I can 80% of the time accurately guess or, like, be able to tell if I miss or not. And
Mm-hmm.
for Valorant, I'm always like, but I should have gotten that shot. Why didn't I get that shot? And it has nothing to do with the spread. Just mentally,
Mm-hmm.
I register if I got it or not. But due to the high ping, it's just been messing with my brain.
So if you lower your graphics, do you think it's not gonna lower your ping? But I'm thinking it might lower your ping because if you have less information going in and out through your internet, it may increase the actual speed going in and out
Yeah,
of what you're seeing.
but I think I already put my setting. I'll check it again next time. But it's pretty disheartening to just like feel like there's this thing that you have no control over. So it's like you have this really good game that you want to play, but then it's like, sorry, you can't. Well, you can, but you're not gonna have fun.
Yeah, especially when you try the game and you like it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens. We're playing, are we playing Overwatch tomorrow?
Yeah. Trying over.
That'll be my entrance into that game.
Yeah. I'm actually thinking, because we're talking about the simplicity and complexity of the games, and for like Overwatch, because I was listening. Let me destroy this thing. Oh, I'll show you in a bit. Well, do you see this green crystal over here?
Yep.
So you get these things called Aether crystals from them, and we need Aether crystals for certain shrines for the devotion points. So you would usually farm these. Oh, I'm dying. I am dying. You would usually farm these to try to increase your devotion. Also, if we don't destroy this, they'll keep spawning.
Have you ever played Decaron or Two Moons?
I've heard the name sounds familiar.
I think Decaron was known because it was like the biggest list of private servers for a game. But Two Moons was like the North American, I think, like a North American company leased the rights and called it Two Moons.
Yeah.
But I think you'd actually really like that game because it's the actual like mechanics are just like this, but it's more of an MMO. Like, you know, you fight mobs, you level up. It's got the same shitty quests where you click a guy and he's like, rah, 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 and you're like, all right, walk off. Like, it's not overly story driven, but the skills are nice and flashy. I could see you getting into that if you like this game.
I love this game.
This almost looks like a clone of Decaron, but instead of having like basic shooting and whacking, you have like these crazy skills, depending on if you're a summoner or a warrior or whatever. Yeah, we should consider trying that one day if they have like a Decaron global server these days.
Definitely. I'm up for anything, to be honest. It's great.
Cool.
Like you mentioned this last time, but I'm dying. You mentioned this last time, but it's just great to... Okay, we have to destroy that crystal, because they infinitely spawn until this crystal is destroyed, but on top of that, they don't drop experience, so there's no point in killing them.
Yeah.
Also, have I even been getting the Aether crystals? Yeah, I've gotten one. Once you pass a certain character level, the crystals in lower level zones stop dropping the Aether crystals. So, like, you have to get these while you're level appropriate.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it's just fun playing games together, you know? Like, you'll try games that you normally wouldn't, that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm finding it's making me even more easygoing with solo games, like that Ori game I played earlier today.
Yeah.
I typically wouldn't play a game like that, but I randomly tried it, and it was actually extremely fun.
I gotta put in my skill points first. But yeah, so...
Also, I'm really enjoying the destructibility of these maps.
Yeah, the Grim Dawn is like this secret little masterpiece, even though a lot of people know about it, but yeah, it's really awesome. I love it.
But it's one of those games that you see it and it's like, indie developer, like, why would I play this when there's a large publisher version or a few versions of this with a bigger budget? But it's actually, yeah, it's fun. I noticed that with older games, like, that's why I want to get back into Fable a little bit. Even Prototype, like, it's from 2008, I think, but it was some of these older games just do a much better job of being fun. Like when you're not trying to psychoanalyze what makes a game good or bad, it's just like, do I have fun?
You also have to like consider this, right? Um, for the big like AAA companies, they're more focused on making money.
Yeah,
So the way they design their game is with that mentality. It's not with the fun factor. But you have these smaller studios,
true.
which they still want money, but
Yeah.
I'm guessing they sort of know that they'll never hit that level. Well, they won't hit that level in like the short term, so they'll focus more
Yeah.
on making just a good game and try to attract more people that way.
Right.
Because a lot of people, like the
Makes
developers
sense.
who like come out making these games in the first place, are just passionate gamers, right?
Yeah. I mean, like, that's good. I was thinking if I ever tried to make a game, this is exactly the kind of thing I would make. Just something fun
Yeah,
and, like, doable with a couple people or one person.
exactly.
But, I'm
That-
digging this axe.
Yeah, that ass looks. Oh, I can actually see your weapon now. Before it wasn't sure. I'm recording all of this just so that I can prove to you
Cool.
that that you're punching things with your fist. You're like Kamehameha waving. Oh, I can see everything.
Another nice thing is that you can play this game more or less with one hand right now.
Yeah.
So I can drink my coffee and be a decent team member for you.
Oh, I almost died. I was too busy laughing. Back on the thing on Overwatch, like the complexity, it's not complex in the shooting aspect, but just like the teamwork and coordination. I mean, it becomes second nature at some point, but it is still, compared to Valorant, more to think about. So I'm just like curious how you're gonna.
Oh yeah, it seems exactly like that. And well, okay, you know the thing I hated about Call of Duty and Apex Legends is I hate having to like hide like a coward for 20 minutes to have a 30-second firefight and potentially lose. It's so hard to get practice in the game.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't find that fun, whereas Overwatch seems like the same pace of it seems like the same pace the same pace of Valorant, except it's like you said, it's more complex in terms of like if you're getting shot, you can run away and plan shit out. But it doesn't seem like one of those games where you spend 20 minutes waiting for the fight to start.
Yeah. This boss will constantly spawn the mobs, so we have to like find. I guess if you tank him, I'm gonna try to focus him, and then the other way around. Yes.
Okay.
What was it? Oh, acid.
Oh, I see
Acid.
the
Holy
boss.
crap. Or I guess we can both tank and we should just both stand in the spot.
Honestly, I was just kind of. I didn't even notice the boss. I was aimlessly just clicking, talking to you.
I died.
Can I revive you somehow?
No, I can teleport back, don't worry. Just keep it up.
Oh, like you go back to a checkpoint sort of deal?
The portal that we unlocked earlier. And whatnot.
Oh, okay.
What were we talking about?
We're talking about Overwatch.
Yeah. With Overwatch... Oops, what am I doing? I don't need to be here right now. Oh, this is bad. I went the wrong way.
I'm excited to play it though.
With Overwatch, like, I was watching... I don't know what I was watching, but this guy was, like, comparing the shooting between Overwatch and Valorant. And he was talking about how with, like, a Valorant, the aiming is, like, more difficult because of the way the bullets spray. And I think the reason why Overwatch has to be simpler is because people can easily dodge bullets and stuff. So it's kind of like a balance factor. So it'll definitely be like a different feel for the game.
I just noticed this guy's been healing himself.
Oh shit. I don't remember how he does that. Because... okay. I think we have to stay out of the green puddles or something. Okay, how about this? I'm gonna take care of the mobs and then you try to focus him, maybe?
There's a green thing up on the hill.
Oh. Kill it maybe? Okay. I think I can kill these mobs fast enough so that maybe you might have some open space to focus the boss.
I'm running kind of low on health potions.
Yeah, I have 4 left. Okay. Get out of that acid! Get out of that acid! That's actually one thing I do like about this game is that there are like times where you don't want to just stand there and take hits. You can like you can actually avoid it.
One thing I find is this isn't like a knock on Call of Duty or anything. It's just a personal preference.
Yeah.
But I'm not a fan of games being overly realistic, which sounds stupid. But for example, like I hated Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Because it feels like almost too attainable with as slow as he stabs people and fights. It's just like I'd almost rather be outside doing my own shit.
Yeah.
Whereas something like, well, like I would talk to friends about Ninja Gaiden and they'd be like, I hate that game because it's so unrealistic. Like you're jumping and bouncing off walls, and when you like do a stab, like a sword stab, you can fly across the map.
Yay!
That's what I find fun about it. Same with Witcher. It's like Witcher almost seems too slow because when you swing a sword, it's like how a real guy would swing a sword.
I was actually just talking to my buddy last night after I screwed up that Dishonored recording, but we were talking about MMOs and like hardcore MMOs. Well, let's not say hardcore, more like grindy MMOs versus like Care Bear MMOs. Because he recently went back to play Guild Wars 2 a little bit, and then I kind of like have absolutely no interest in Guild Wars 2 anymore, right? And you know how obsessed I used to be with it. But like with Care Bear MMOs like that, like they make a Care Bear MMO, they make it so that everyone can reach the end game really easily and quickly and whatnot. And I don't like that because like it's not goal oriented. I'm a very goal oriented person. You can be like, oh, you should just be playing for fun, like that's the goal. But my rebuttal.
I'm about to die, by the way.
My rebuttal.
I
No.
Sorry, your rebuttal.
My rebuttal, what to him was, come back, because we gotta loot more of this place. My rebuttal to him was that, yeah, I can do that, but I can also have fun doing something else. Why would I have, like, okay, sure, if the whole purpose is just fun, then I can have fun with anything else. Why specifically Guild Wars 3? I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I'm just saying, you know, it's not top priority. So, so if let's say I'm playing BDO right now, right? So I have BDO and Guild Wars 2. I can have fun playing both of the games, but on top of that, BDO has the like long-term goals. So for me, like it's like, okay, there are two things I can go for here, whereas if I play Guild Wars 2, all I can do is try to have fun. So like, which would I choose? It'll be BDO.
That's a big part of it too. Like I said, I didn't like Witcher as much because it's slow paced, but then like I'll love Fable, which is slow paced. It's just I gotta be in the mood for it.
Yeah.
Witcher 3 I'm actually gonna give another shot, yeah. I'm just waiting for a sale because it's up there right now.
Okay. I'm excited for Cyberpunk.
Same. I feel like I'm going in the wrong direction.
It's okay.
Or I died and went back super far.
See.
I wasn't even paying much attention to where we went in the first place.
I wasn't paying much attention to anything. I was just busy talking.
Yeah. This is the worst too, because like I'm not doing well in the game because I'm talking, but I'm not talking well because I'm in the game. That's something I gotta get better at over time. I was trying to make a point about Ninja Gaiden or something, and I repeated myself 8 times, just going, the thing about Ninja speed is
just for folks listening out there, I'm not shitting on Guild Wars 2. I'm just saying I'm very goal oriented. So for me, it's very hard for me to get into the mindset of playing a game if I don't have, like, yeah, there are legendary weapons, but I'm not that heavy on cosmetics.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh god.
Video I'd like to get back into.
Yeah, video is fun. I like it. Like, I'm I've told you several times, I've told my other buddies several times, but I'm just going to repeat it again, just for the
Okay.
sake of letting any viewers like know. But I'm planning to do like this no pay to win series. There's someone who already does this on YouTube, but um, I'm planning to do like a more detailed version, step by step. It's not really my gameplay; it's more like a guide to how to do well in
Mm-hmm.
the game with no pay to win. Just because like this game has this like reputation for being pay to win, and I think it's like an unfair reputation that other people like kind of project on it. They see the term pay to win, and they like just hate on it, right? But
Didn't they? It used to be more so though, right?
I guess so. I don't know. I only started playing BDO like a few months ago, right? But the pay to
Mm-hmm.
win stuff, like the hedgehog for gathering, that stuff, that bonus meat or like gather that you get maxes out at like a very low uh, number. So if I'm gathering meat and the hedgehog procs, I only get an extra 4 meat. When you're just starting off gathering and you're only getting like 8 meat total for something, right? That 4 meat was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, that's an extra 50% in my, well, not even, because you have to wait for the proc, but it gives you a lot, yeah. But when you reach like 1500 mastery and you start picking up like 16 meat per gather, that 4 meat becomes a lot less um, impactful. Not,
Not quite as meaty.
yeah, on top of the fact that the hedgehog does not proc the upgrade materials, which is where you get like half of your income when you gather, or around half, it becomes like very minuscule amount of extra cash you're earning with hedgehog. So yeah, hedgehog helps if you're low level, but once you hit higher levels, it like completely gets negated by the fact that you've been grinding for a long time.
Mm.
And then like you have the tents that you can like sleep in for the extra 1 energy and whatnot. Okay, that stuff that's a bit more fair, but um, what was my argument for this? Oh yeah, you got your freaking horse. You can like get the Manos riding crop that gives you that passive the horse auto run speed, and it's
Mm-hmm.
super fast, and it's not that expensive. It's only like 250 million silver, and that's something if you play a few hours every day, you'll get that in a month, and that's if you're like going easy, like very casual. So, and then once you get that
Fun
riding crop, you
fact.
can just go from town to town really quickly. So you don't even need the tent.
I just realized I can ban you from my game.
Oh, how dare you? Why would you even
Oh,
consider?
I think I just finally found the portal to get back to you. That mini dungeon.
Yeah. So
I actually found like another mini boss that was around here,
the
so
rat.
I killed. No, he was some like fire-looking dude.
Uh, so yeah, like with the, I'm not saying BDO isn't pay to win. I'm just saying
Mm-hmm.
it's not as pay to win as people make it out to be because they just see pay to win and they don't try the game. They don't try
Yeah.
to learn about it. You know, like I like same thing with the clicky games like this. Because Mark, before you're like, I didn't really enjoy Diablo 3, but then you tried
Embrace the
Marvel.
clicky clicky.
Yeah, and then you tried out Marvel Heroes and you love clicky, but at first you just had that bias against it, you know? So you
Yeah.
just chose not to play it. But then once you actually gave it a chance, you learned about the game, then you enjoyed it. So,
I think it's two things. One thing is it's got to be the right timing for you where you actually want to try something like that or
yeah.
where you'd enjoy it. And the second thing is finding that style of game, but with a developer that you like. So, for example, Diablo, I didn't really care about Diablo lore, whereas Marvel Heroes, like, I'm a huge
Yeah.
superhero dork. I always have been, so it's basically Diablo skinned with lore that I care about.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, they could be Captain America. And then that opens the branch to playing something like Diablo, because it's like, okay, it turns out I do like clicky.
Yeah.
Now I can enjoy the lore. I'm not trying to test out if I like certain game mechanics while I'm trying to learn about a game's new world. So
Yeah. I just feel like Westerners give pay to
oh, how dare you?
like
How
the pay
could
to.
you?
Well, even I used to. I used to hate gender lock. I used to hate all of that stuff. But you guys gotta realize it's just part of their culture. If you say you hate pay to win and that it's garbage, and if you're saying that you hate gender lock and it's garbage, you're calling their entire culture garbage. Like the Korean MMOs, that's how they enjoy gaming, and you're calling their way of thinking garbage. You know.
Yeah, for a long time you used to say the same thing.
I
I don't understand it. It seems like a weird mentality to take.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. I used to be that way too because oh, I'm gonna get so political here. I'm gonna not get
It's just
political.
like the culture doesn't really matter so much. It's just why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like why is it a part of the culture? I don't get it. I don't think I ever will.
Oh, like why would they include gender lock and pay to win?
Why would they include gender locking? It doesn't make sense. And I've seen games flip on that because they're like, yeah, it is kind of stupid.
Yeah, it is stupid. The reason why I still don't enjoy gender lock as much, but I am able to accept it now. Like, holy crap, there's this moth on my window. The explanation for it, like the general reasoning behind gender lock,
So now I
playing
feel stupid.
is that you're playing as a specific hero rather than your own character. So it's just kind of like imagine playing Witcher 3, but it's an MMO. So it's like everyone's Geralt or everyone's Ciri. Yes. What's her name? Ciri?
Right.
No, Ciri's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ciri.
Sura? Siri?
Ciri.
Siri's the iPhone.
Forgot her name. But
Cersei?
Cersei? No, Cersei's like that sorceress from the
Oh.
Anyways,
I
but
played
the point
Witcher
is,
for like half an hour.
it's pretty much instead of playing your own character, you're just playing another pre-made character, but it's an MMO. So it's almost like Diablo, where you have like
I get it.
yeah, it's almost like Diablo where you have like these pre-made characters. It's not like you can adjust how they look or anything; they're just there. But it's an MMO.
So my only counter to that is it makes sense if you're playing a character and there's a lore behind them, but there's a lot of MMOs where you choose
Yeah.
a class, like let's say a warrior, and it's only male, but that
Yeah.
male character you chose has no story behind them, so
I
it's
hate
like
that.
you gender locked for zero reason.
That-
Whereas going
yeah.
back to Marvel Heroes, if I was playing, let's say Wolverine, it's like okay, he's got a whole series of lore behind him, like
Yeah.
Wolverine is Wolverine,
Yeah. See, like
and then they have like female versions
for
that
me-
you could make.
for me, I'm okay with any mechanic as long as it makes sense. So like if they give like lore to like why the female character is the archer, but the male character can't be an archer, and just for a bit of context, I mainly play ranger in MMOs. I just love bow and arrows. But like every time I see an MMO and I want to roleplay as myself, or like a male character, but then it's like, oh, but
Yeah.
you can't have your bow and arrow. I'm like, but why? Like that stuff I can't stand. But if they give me a story, oh, okay, well this character just happens to be the archer of the group because she was raised in the wild or something. Then I'm okay with that, right?
Yeah.
But the reason why I love BDO is because they don't. It's still technically gender locked. I'm dying. Oh.
Yeah, I've just been running away from this guy to free heal.
Oh my goodness.
But something like Valorant, I think is pure laziness, because there's no story behind any of them. It's just picking a playable character, but they gender locked every class. I think that's just it's just not wanting to put the money in to make like a male and female the same thing.
Yeah.
And in that game, there's not really much reason to do a male or female.
I'm dying so bad. But yeah, like for frickin' BDO, it's technically gender locked, but they have like male and female variants of the same class. Like you have warrior and then you have Valkyrie. You have
Stop running away! I'm trying to help you.
Oh,
I've
wait.
been chasing these things, chasing you forever.
They're melting me. Holy shit. They're melting me. I'm crap.
Oh, they're melting me from behind now too.
And they have wizard and then witch, and then they have pretty much identical skills. You have the striker and then you have the mystic. Nearly identical skills. So like for that, like general luck is still something uh, that's like half, like I'm half cool with and half not cool with. It kind of depends on how well they implement it, like if they have good lore or if they do what BEO does, where they have good lore. On top of that, they like have male and female versions of the same class.
Oh, I
And
just picked up one of your sloppy drops.
no worries. Then that's great.
I still don't get what that necessarily has to do with culture though, because it's like it just seems like a choice of a developer for a specific game. Like
Yeah,
you're
it's,
either
it's,
gonna
it's just their
you're gonna make
choice.
a character with lore or you're not, right?
Yeah. Oh no, it doesn't have to do with lore. I think they. I'm not sure if it has to do with lore.
Well, like when you said culture, it's not really culture.
No,
It's just you have to
I'm
be able
saying
to
the pay to
justify
win. I'm saying
for a
the pay
certain
to
game.
win. Because people see pay to win and they hate on it, but like people must
Yeah.
realize that's just how the Korean folk like to enjoy their games.
Hmm.
So like, there's absolutely no reason for you to like call it bad just because you don't like it. It's just different.
Yeah, but I always hate those arguments when it's like you don't like Koreans because you don't like pay to win. You know, it's like people
Oh yeah,
make
yeah.
their choices.
I'm not saying
Like
that. Yeah.
because within that culture, there's gonna be like Korean people that hate pay to win as well.
Yeah, probably. But I'm just
But
saying.
it's
But if you think about it, the reason why they keep making those games, there must be like big part of the reason is because they keep. No, I can't say that. If the Korean developers keep pushing out games like that, then it's almost like they don't have a choice because they don't have any other games to play. So yeah, I can see that. But yeah, I can see how that argument would counter everything I just said. But at the same time, I look at BDO and like the pay to win factor is so minimal.
mhm.
Like if you actually learn the game.
It also really depends on the player's circumstances. Like my whole life, I completely hated pay to win because it's just like this greedy company, and that is the case. But when you're old enough and you have a job or you have a stable income, it's like for something to be pay to win and it costs you, so let's say $20 or $30 a year.
Yeah.
It's a big deal when you're 12 years old. It's not a big deal when you're in your 20s and you've
Yeah.
worked and saved up some cash. So your perspective is going to change based on what you have and where you are in your life.
And speaking of where you are in your life, this is one big argument I have against pay to win haters.
Mm-hmm.
You have streamers playing video games for a living. You have YouTubers playing video games for. It's the exact same thing, just reversed. You don't. The reason why people like, I think the main big reason is that they're not even playing the game. Why are they able to have all of this progression, just because they like have a job and everything? Well, now you have the reverse. Why are people making a living playing video games? They're not even getting a real job. So like,
Yeah,
at that point, I think we're back where we started.
I feel like we're moving into like a life isn't fair discussion, but I think the best thing games can do is have a pay to win option for, let's say, people that are older like us
Mm-hmm.
and have jobs or like some level of money in the bank account where it's like, you know what, I'm busy working most of the week, so the time that I'm off playing the game, I got no problem sinking in some cash
Yeah.
to just speed ahead. And if you're younger and you have more time on your hands but you have no money, you can just put in extra time and get there the same way. So it's kind of like a win-win no matter what situation you're in. But then, even if you're not sinking money into the game, you benefit from the pay-to-win guys because they're sinking money in, which goes to people working to develop the game further.
Definitely.
So, like, I feel like both arguments have weaknesses. Like, you can be for or against pay to win, but at the end of the day, having pay to win with a free option to get all that stuff with more work, I think that's the way to go. Like, if there's a paywall behind something, I think that's really sketchy.
Yeah, like for
But
me, where I draw
if
the
it's like
line,
put in more effort, then fine.
the point where I draw the line with pay to win
Mm-hmm.
is if you can literally get something that, like, get a bonus in the game that you can't get otherwise, that actually impacts your gameplay a lot. Like, let's say, for example, there's
Yeah.
a dungeon, for example, and you can't complete the dungeon, or at least you can't do it effectively or efficiently unless you have this
Mm-hmm.
pay to win item, then I would be like, okay, yeah, that's pretty bullshit. But if
Yeah.
the effect is minimal, then it doesn't even change anything. You can literally like just put in probably a half hour of extra gameplay and get the same result. Then I don't mind that.
Right. You know, one other thing is, I think it's on the game company to follow what the new medium becomes or the new
Yeah,
standard.
that's true.
So, for example, I don't like when a game is buy to play, but then it's also pay to win. Like at that point, it's like I don't even like buy to play in the first place because it's like something like BDO is this incredible, well developed game,
Yeah,
and it's free to play. So it's like, why am I gonna
it's
pay money for the
it's
off chance your game sucks when I could
it's
just go play something? I think it says a lot for the company when they're like, we're gonna release this free to play because our game is so good. We know that we're gonna have a good business model just by letting people get in it.
you
Like
probably
let us prove to you this game is good,
you
and then
probably had BDO in your account for so long that you forgot that it costed you $5.
yeah, it was 5 or 10, but they went free to play. I think because they had to adapt. Like I tried
Well,
to get people to buy that, and they're like, I'm not paying for a game when there's so many free to play games. It's like
because I bought
that. It's almost a warning flag. Like same as when I bought Bless.
yeah.
It's like, of
Oh,
course, this game was garbage because I had to pay $40 just to try it.
yeah, that was one of our
Sad moments.
sad moments. But when did they go free to play though? Because I got it last year. I
A
started
while
playing this.
later.
I started playing this year, but I had the account since last year and had to pay for it.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I think BDO was just late to the party in the sense that it was buy to play, and then I think they realized game companies were making more money by going free to play. And it's like, if we're gonna survive, let's just do that.
That was also
Because that
Terra,
happened to
wasn't
a lot
it?
of studios.
Terra was also like initially like that, wasn't it? Or it was initially sub fee, and they changed
I
it.
think. Oh, it might have been sub fee actually. I can't remember. When I started playing Terra, it had already been out for so many years, but it was free to play when I started. World of Warcraft, I think, went free to play, and it was always sub fee. Or is it still sub?
It's still sub, but you can play for free for the first 20 levels, and then if you want to get like past the 20th level content, then you have to
Okay.
start subbing.
That I like. Like it gives you enough of a demo to figure out like, okay, this game's good enough to sink real time into, and then it's worth the money, I guess.
I'm up to try. I've never played World of Warcraft, but I'm open to try it. I don't know if you guys are. I know you said before you don't quite enjoy the tab targeting combat. You prefer being more interactive.
Well, I found it was slow.
Yeah,
Like,
it's the slowness.
I don't like when you go to use a skill, and your guy is like standing there for 3 seconds while you charge up.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know, it feels like everything is happening in slow motion.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I really liked BDO. The combat is extremely fast paced.
Yeah.
That's why I think I might like Overwatch, because I like BDO, which is like, it's fast and it's trying to think of the phrasing.
Furious.
It's complex in the sense of there's a lot of different ways you can take the fight,
Yeah.
but it's all done well, so you're not just aimlessly trying different different methods of getting away from someone or
Yeah.
avoiding attacks. I don't know. Something about that game, they just figured it out. But going back to like the Grim Dawn developers, how I guess a smaller studio like this, I'm assuming it's a small studio, but they're just trying to make a fun game, not trying to cash out.
Yeah.
I noticed, was it EA? They got kind of screwed for
Yeah.
making that Star Wars game, and it's like, it was so clearly a money grab. that I think everyone returned the game and was like boycott them. So it got to a point where they had to be like, message received, we're gonna be less shitty.
I was watching this YouTube video just yesterday morning,
Yeah.
and CD Projekt Red, like the guys who are making Cyberpunk 2077. The video was about how they're taking like shots at EA for their marketing practices, how they sell the game, and then they day one of the game being released, they'll give you another option to buy like a $20 DLC or something, but that's like stuff that should have been in the game in the first place. So it's just kind of like them just trying to milk the heck out of the consumer. So
That's interesting.
and then like see Project Red, like the whole video was about how they've been like taking shots at EA's practices and telling everyone that they're not like that, which is cool, you know. I need to sell stuff. Hold on.
Where'd you go? Oh.
I'm putting a
Yeah,
photo to go back to Devil's
I'm gonna work
Crossing.
on my. I'm gonna work on my
Skill
points.
You don't have to sell anything.
I don't know. I just been dropping shit to make room. Personal rift.
Yeah, so you can use that to teleport to any of the checkpoints that we've opened.
Oh, okay. So we're in the old dump right now?
Yeah. Are there any weapons that you want before I sell them? I have like a rifle. I have a mace.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay.
Thanks. I find half the fun is just sort of like finding stuff and equipping it and dropping whatever. Just being as dumb as possible. Hey, I found a reindeer head on a spike, just like my
Your character.
my crop that I chose. Yeah. I was just talking to a friend actually yesterday. So we were biking, and I was asking him if he was gonna get Cyberpunk when it comes out, because it's got like a lot of hype around it.
Yeah.
And he just finished Witcher 3. Like he's played that so much, and he was saying just because Witcher 3 was such a good and polished game, he's like, I'm just gonna buy. He's just gonna buy Cyberpunk because he wants to throw some money at that studio.
That when
And like he's not a heavy gamer, but he actually referenced CD Projekt Red, and it's like, oh shit, so you actually like the developers that much, you just want to give them money and see them.
You find like awesome developers like that just because there's so much. I'm not saying we're filled with crap games or anything, but there's so many games where they could just be a little bit better, and you know they could have been, but they chose not to be. So when you finally get that game where they like, you know, just instead of trying to milk you, they just made the best game that they possibly could, and you can like feel that through playing the game. It just makes you go like, oh, you finally did something like for me. You know, it's almost like returning the favor.
Yep.
To go buy more health potions. We'll probably need less health potions once we level up some more. But let's see. What does this do? Increases health regen by 40%. Oops. I don't know, that's a bonus no matter how you look at it.
Does it matter what type of weapon I use in this game? Like, if I'm a arcane magician guy, should I be using like a magician weapon?
No. If you look through the skills that you use, they kind of blend physical and magical damage into the same skills pretty well. So even if you have like one spell that's pure magic, you're gonna have another spell that's like got a decent amount of physical damage associated with it. So you'll still do well with. You'll still do well. Like if you're min-maxing, then of course not. But we're not min-maxers in this, so like you can use whatever you want and still perform well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I just noticed I have 7 points I can put into like physique and cunning and spirit.
Yeah, that stuff.
It doesn't tell you what each one does though, eh?
Physique increases. It does. If you just hover over it. Physique just increases your health and durability, I think. No, it's health regen. Cunning increases your damage. And spirit also increases your damage, more on the magic side. And it also increases your mana. You might want to come back to town because I'm like handing in a bunch of quests. I don't know if you're getting experience for it.
Oh. Actually, yeah, it just said quest complete.
Okay, I'll just keep doing this then.
Okay. Do you want me to wait around your portal for when you pop back in?
Sure.
Okay. I'm just finding spawns around here to play with in the meantime.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm getting back into games though. They're really fun. I'm finding I'm kind of spending too much time at this point on them, but it'll settle down.
It will settle down. I mean, this is I play games too often to begin with. It doesn't change anything for me. There is a mini dungeon we can do in town, but we can cover that later, I guess. Let's see. This one's...
I can pop into town.
Okay.
What did you click to get there?
Press K. Or can you use my portal? I wonder if you can actually just use my portal. But then
Yeah, I clicked your portal. So I see like Devil's Crossing,
yeah, there.
Kaiman's Retreat.
So yeah, go to Devil's Crossing.
Okay.
So once we hit level 10, we can choose our second class. Okay, so we gotta go down this hatch here.
Cool.
And it will be, yeah, it's like a mini dungeon. Is there anything here? Nope. Oh, they're actually melting me as well. Eventually you'll encounter some toggle abilities, and then so just make sure if you want to keep using them to toggle them. But they do take a chunk out of your mana pool, like permanently, until you untoggle it.
Right. Yeah, I'm just kind of waiting till I actually have a real skill to use. All I got is stab them. Just spam click.
Yeah, I'll start picking up like level 10 to 15. We'll have more skills to use. Oh.
The maps look really polished though, in the sense that it's kind of fun, even though you're just clicking. It's nice seeing the new maps.
Yeah. They do have like their own personality to it, each of the maps.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that there's so many different factions in this that have like different monsters associated with it adds to that map's personality. Even though you'll see repeats here and there, but it's all good.
Scrap though.
Scrap. The scraps will be important for us to repair bridges. So we'll come across several times where we can choose to go through a dungeon, or we can just fix the bridge so that we can skip the dungeon. So it's like multiple ways of progressing in this game. So yeah, the scraps will be useful sometimes.
Cool. So yeah, that game Ori, I think you would actually really like it.
I actually had a point in time where I was like choosing a puzzle platformer, and it was either well, Ori was on my list, and there's this one where you play as this red-headed girl, and you're like climbing a mountain, and it got like the platformer of the year award like last year or 2 years ago. What's it freaking called? I'm gonna tab out and check once I kill this freaking zombie. Okay. What is this game called? Oh, Celeste. It's called Celeste. But
I don't think I've heard of it.
it's supposed to be like super difficult, which is actually why I chose it over Ori. But Celeste, when I try to run the game, it just crashes itself. And it's been like 2 years since I got it, and they still haven't fixed the bug. So I don't think they ever will. So I kind of wasted like however much money it costed. So yeah, I might try Ori. It looks cute. I've had my eye on it for a while, but I just never got around to like trying a platformer, side-scrolling platformer.
I feel like this is a skill I should be able to add to like a keybind, but it doesn't want to show up. Like even when I right click.
My friend Ori, so this is not the same Ori as in the game. Anyways, she said that your mic is muted.
My mic?
Yeah, and this was at 10:30, so for the past 50 minutes I've been talking to myself.
Oh boy.
Let me ask.
Well, tell your friend thank you.
I think she. Okay, yeah.
Alright, it should be going good now. Oh god. That's probably the first thing to actually register through my mic. It's just, oh god. I think it's working now.
Yeah, she says yay.
Thank you, Ori. Windows 10, man. I can't believe how many things it reset. I guess it's on me to check every single thing now, but...
How are we gonna... Dude, you're gonna have to write up the script.
Gonna have to put in some commentary.
Just fill in the commentary. You have to act it out.
I don't know. We could treat this as a stream where, like, anyone who watches is just like they're hanging out with you, being me, because I have no voice.
It's funny how we've been doing this for 2 weeks, and we still have this shit.
We are getting there, though. Kinda. I mean, not really, but we will. We will.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's a giant ass spider.
Yeah.
Oh, they're melting me. They are. I can't move. I can't move. I'm stuck. I'm being blocked.
You know what? I'm actually really glad that no one could hear me this whole time, because it means no one could hear my stupid ass perspectives on everything we discussed.
No, but that just means everyone's more focused on my stupid ass perspectives.
Yep. To some angry guy yelling about culture. Like, what about my side?
Are we even gonna put this up on YouTube?
Oh
anymore?
Yeah. Absolutely. Everything goes, buddy.
I don't think that's very fair.
What do you mean?
Because I'm just...
The one-sided conversation?
Yeah. I think we should just do like a no audio post for this. I think that would be great.
Sure.
I don't even have any comment for this now. I'm kind of just like baffled at how absurd this situation is.
And this is right after you not getting your 5-hour stream.
9 hours. 9 hours of recording gone.
Well, here's 3 more for you.
Okay, the way you say that, it just makes me feel like it's me. It's just my bad luck that's causing all of this right now.
Oh, good. These
I'm
things just
dying.
do not want to die.
Oh, I need a moment to calm down. I'm still like at a loss at how messed up this whole thing is. Andrew is gonna
take your
be
time.
watching this.
Take your time, I'm
Andrew's-
just running for my life. Oh god, I'm dead. I'm gonna die. Yep, definitely dead.
I'll wait for you at the entrance.
Thank you.
Oh, I have more skill points. Let's see.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna switch to a better weapon.
Resistance and armor. I definitely feel like we need more AoE skills. I think the lack of AoE is killing us.
Age of Eltron?
AoE, not Ultron. Can't just force it. Maybe this one. Okay, so I think Ori, you probably just heard how I lost 9 hours of streaming, and Mark was referring to last night. Yeah, the recording didn't work. It stopped recording like 5 minutes into the video, so all of the stuff we did last night is gone. Well, it's not gone. It wasn't there to begin with. So I'm gonna have to, after like we're done, Grim Dawn, I have to do some work for work, maybe, and then I'm gonna have to redo the entire Dishonored stream recording. I don't mind. It's a fun game. I love that game. It's actually one of my favorite games of all time. So I don't mind playing it again, but it just kind of sucks that I worked on that for that. My first impression is gone, essentially. Okay, so first impression. I played the game a ton back when it, like 2013, and I also stopped playing after 2013. So like 7 years later, 2020 now. I'm kind of just like relearning the game and figuring stuff out. So I played through the game last night, and it was still sort of like a fresh impression. But that fresh impression's kind of gone. If I play through it again right now, it wouldn't be my fresh impression because I already remember everything. So it kind of sucks that, yeah, I lost the recording. Yeah, like I don't mind playing again, but like it won't be the same. You know, you can just sell your loot, right?
Yeah,
Instead of chuck it up.
I'm trying to find the guy.
Over here, come.
Quartermaster?
This way. This dude here.
Okay, thanks. Ooh, he's got some nice stuff to buy. Or does he? It's all negative.
How much damage do you need? I have like a great sword with 126 max damage.
Well, good for fucking you.
Do you want it? I'll just drop it for you.
No, mine says
already dropped.
9 to 103.
203? Okay.
103. I'm gonna check out what this guy has though. So melee
Okay,
weapons, ranged armor.
I'm still baffled at how I've been talking to myself for an hour.
Yeah, that was the thing with playing that Ori game, is I didn't want to... I don't know. It would have been weird just having me on camera, being like, oh shit. Oh wow, this is nice.
I didn't record my face during any of their Dishonored stuff. But I think that's like 5 missions I have to play through. 4 or 5 missions I have to do all over again. I'm just gonna speedrun it. I said I don't speedrun stuff normally because that's not how I like to enjoy my games, but I'm just gonna speedrun Dishonored. Not hardcore, but I'm just gonna do it as fast as possible. And I'll put more effort into like Dishonored 2 instead. Okay, so what are the problems we run into so far? My recording stopped, the volume control.
I don't want to talk about it.
You being muted.
Yep.
No, we gotta figure this stuff out so that we know how to prevent it from happening in the future.
So what happened for me is when I got that Game Pass, it reset all my settings. Besides, if I didn't install Game Pass, I think everything would have been good. But it reset all my sound settings, then all my Discord settings, and evidently all my OBS settings. So all the issues I've run into are kind of like one-time fixes.
Yeah.
Serrated spikes. What is this?
I'm pretty sure you can just conclude that all of the issues we've been having are we just have bad luck.
Just part of the learning process.
Yeah. Well, at least I have the recording. Oh wait, yeah, you're still recording though, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm recording, but it wasn't recording my voice. Like it runs through the same thing.
It's okay then, because I'm still recording. So we can just use my file.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's good.
Sure. Like you'll upload to the tube.
Yeah, to the tubes. Remember that yogurt? Tubes.
Oh yeah. So gross. What kind of a sick fuck invented that?
And in the commercials, they always have like these people who like finish eating it, and then they have like this deep ass voice. Tubes.
Tubes. Wait a minute. Was that Yoplay where it's like, when I wake up in the morning, still asleep, I really don't want no toast.
Yeah, it's that one.
Oh yeah. They like CGI'd him out, found us some sleeping guy.
Yep.
Yeah, who came up with that? I don't want to know.
The real question is, who came up with that human gourd looking thing you sent me on WhatsApp?
Oh, that pair? It was someone playing that Ori game, I think. Or playing... I don't remember what they were playing, actually.
Okay, I think if we want to go real hardcore, let's funnel them here. So that they don't group up.
What's that you're saying about hardcore? I'm coming, boy.
No.
I didn't even get to try my fancy skill.
So they're almost dead.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like
You just had to pick veteran mode.
Pulling them into the choke. I'm peeking the corners, man. Using all my Valorant skills.
Oh, yeah, so you're gonna upload that Valorant episode, I guess?
Oh, yeah. I'll get to the video editing today. Or should I, do I even have to chop up, like,
No.
clip off and, no, just upload it as is?
I haven't done that once. I'm just uploading as is, and then, like, we'll get better over time at not being so bad at this.
I'll probably do it, like, overnight. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, because then it can, like, it uploads, then it takes another hour or two to process.
Yeah.
Did you go through that star at the top right? I guess to the next part of the map?
I'm where you died. I'm standing over your experience so that you can grab it back.
Hello.
Touch this.
Oh. 16 experience reclaimed.
Awesome.
Thanks, buddy.
No problemo. More spiders. Whoa, lightning. Holy shit. That's amazing. That's wicked. Holy crap.
It's awfully convenient.
Or the...
And unfair.
That's the missing Age of Eltron that we were looking for.
I should make my new character Eltron.
Eltron.
Sounds like Ultron's nerd brother. That is like, he's the dork of the family, but he's also not good at smart stuff.
It'll just be this Ultron family. You have Ultron, you have Ultron, who's his mom, maybe. You have Ultron, who's his dad, and then Ultron, who's his brother. Oh, no, wrong button. Oh god, Oh, you're saving my ass. Holy crap. You're shredding.
That skill is, very handy.
So you're singing about veteran mode?
Yeah, it suddenly got a lot easier. I'm gonna put some more points into that puppy.
I'm playing assassin, so I mainly like burst damage.
This guy seems like a paladin more than what did I
Probably.
pick? Shaman. Every time I see shaman, I think of like ayahuasca and Vision Quests.
Like in the expansion, you get a proper paladin class, but I guess you can say shaman's similar to that, yeah.
You saying I'm not proper, bro? You see how I just kicked that barrel? Exploded.
Or did you put a picture of my face on that barrel when you broke it?
Nah, B.
Because you sounded pretty upset about me calling you improper. I feel like you almost did that to, like a voodoo doll style. To put my face on and kick it.
Nah.
Call me improper. Oh. I also debuff the enemy. I have this like aura around me that slows the amount of attacks that they can do per second.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'm sort of supporting at the moment.
So after our discussion, or I guess playing of Valorant with like high ping, do you see yourself sticking this out, or do you think you'll probably quit?
Not Valorant is way too fun.
Yeah.
Warzone Valorant is fun enough where even if I keep getting screwed over by my ping, it's something I still want to play.
Okay.
I'm not saying that I won't get to this point where I'm so frustrated that I won't want to play it. I'm not saying that won't happen, but it hasn't happened yet. I think it's just such a great game that
That's good.
it'll be very unlikely that'll happen.
I mean, I don't know if it would help your ping at all, but worst case scenario, we could just go to playing Counter-Strike. I mean, it's pretty close to Valorant.
Yeah, that's actually something curious. Like, not curious, but I think this backs up my point. Where when we played Counter-Strike, my aim was pretty good in that game. Like, I did pretty well in Counter-Strike.
Right.
Like for first time playing.
Yeah.
So I definitely think this might ping.
Yeah, but it is weird that it's weird that some games give you a ping issue and not others. Because you'd think if it was location-based or something, or like slow internet, like people on the internet were saying when you searched, like, wouldn't it happen with every game that uses a similar amount of resource?
Yeah, that's what you'd think, but then somehow there's just these high ping issues for
So maybe it is a Riot Games issue.
Ooh, it's a boss. He looks thick. Or she, I don't know what the snake's gender is. Well, let's not continue this gender conversation, by the way, we'll stop there. We don't need to...
The region locked thing?
Region lock thing.
Or, gender lock.
Gender.
Yeah.
I had that whole conversation by myself. Oh, I know, we have the recording, we're good. We have my recording.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Warzone was, like you said, like, it's just very slow pace where you run around for 10-20 minutes looking for a fight, and then the fight ends in like a minute or two, or even less time. So,
I mean,
like,
it allows for a really boring loophole, I guess, is the way I would say it, because when people used to play Call of Duty online back in the day, like, not everyone would camp for as long as possible. Like, a couple guys would camp and everyone would hate them because they basically are ruining the game. But Warzone, it's like, if you're gonna really try to win and take it seriously, you've got to camp and stick around that circle that keeps shrinking.
Yeah.
You can't just go and shoot and try to be tactical. You gotta just hide behind a wall for a while.
Like I don't mind that. Like, and that's why like I enjoyed Apex because traveling was really fast. Like you're sliding and everything and like gliding through the air.
Yeah.
So like Apex kind of like solved that problem for me.
Mm-hmm.
But also it's slower. It's a bit slower pace, like in terms of like running around. Of course, you can get a vehicle and whatnot, whatever. But that on top of that 30 gigabyte patch that made it super laggy for my rig.
Right.
I just couldn't, like, I just had to uninstall it.
I just hit level 10.
Yay, we can choose our second class now. So, let's see what I'm gonna do.
That's neat.
Yeah.
I like the look of this Nightblade, but I feel like mixing a mage with a blade dude would not be wise.
So, Nightblade is more for dual wielding.
Mm-hmm.
So, single target, you have a couple like blinks or teleports or flash steps, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
They have a self heal, and they have some like debuffs for enemies that make them attack slower.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what sort of like a playstyle do you envision yourself wanting to have for your character?
I think I'm gonna do Arcanist. The way I usually like to play is like a long range magician.
Yeah,
Some
Arcanist is
sort.
exactly that.
Yeah. So I'll do that.
I wonder if I'm gonna do Arcanist as well. Or do you want to do Occultist?
Oh, so you have to share your available points between the two. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Demolitionist? I don't want to do Demolitionist. Occultist? Have some summons? Shine. I guess I'm gonna have to do Arcanist as well. One thing, there is an NPC to reset your skill points, but there is no way to undo a class selection. So you can like hover over this, like as if you don't put points into your second class yet, on top right it says undo class selection.
Right.
So you still have a chance to undo it.
That ship has sailed, my friend.
There's also this thing called GD Stash. It's a mod that lets you just like cheat your way through,
Mm-hmm.
remake your character.
I'm just looking at the devotion tabs right now. But so
I'm trying to decide.
like it says I have 1 point available, but they all have 0.
Oh, so you have to. It's kind of like a branching tree. So you have to invest into the circle in the middle first, and then if you
Right.
hover over the other like the astrological signs, it'll tell you, oh, you have this many points in like this many of this yellow or red or green orb or whatever to unlock this. And then when you unlock that, you get another set of those orbs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like playing like a board game almost.
Interesting.
Should I do Arcanist? Shaman? I don't think I want to do Shaman for this run. Occultist? No. No. Just... I guess I'll have to go Shaman, Arcanist as well. Oh, okay. I think I have a build in mind. Okay.
Alright. Well, I'm good to go.
Okay. I'm just putting in the last couple points here and there. Okay, let's go. I guess we can just teleport back up with my portal. We don't have to run out of. Oh, there's still enemies. Got
I
killed.
think they respawn once in a while. Like if you just chill here.
No, they don't do that. I think we just missed that one, but they do respawn if you relog. So if we go back to the main menu, and then back to the game, then they respawn.
How did you do one of those portals again?
I just actually just click it under the mana bar, that orange rift travel button. But if you want the hotkey, it's K.
Oh, okay.
So either way,
Rift
I prefer.
travel.
Yeah.
It's L for me.
L for you? Oh, maybe it was L for me as well.
So you're going to Devil's Crossing?
Yeah.
Alright.
Just sell some loot, make some space. Well, I'm ready whenever you are. Oh, grab some of these quests from these people. Oh wait, no, you don't have to because we share the quests.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then let's hand in that other quest as well. Can you imagine if Andrew was playing this with us?
Be cool.
I have the feeling
That'd be cool.
that he'll probably do some stupid shit again.
Thanks for all your help.
I have a feeling if he was playing with us, he would do some stupid shit again. I feel like that's just what Andrew does in games now.
Aren't I the one that does stupid shit usually?
That's what's surprising. I thought that would be you. But then Andrew just starts teabagging people. Driving helicopters into the ground.
He would have figured out how to crouch in this. Well, the helicopter was me. I threw it at you guys.
No, before you start playing Warzone, like Andrew and I were, let's just use a portal to go back to where we were again.
Okay.
Let's go to Lower Crossing Rift.
Sure.
Um,
Oh, you guys
but,
were
like-
both in the helicopter and he drove it into the floor.
yeah, and then we died.
Gotcha.
Or I think I died. He survived. That's the worst part. He's the one who drove it into the ground, but he survived and I died. And we're on the same
Yeah.
team. How dare you?
I think my playstyle with friends is like, I take the game seriously, but I always put the conversation first. Like, I'm playing casually, but I'm always trying to win for the most part. So, I'm not good if you're trying to like if you're trying to put 100% of your effort into the game and doing well. I'm not good for that typically, unless I'm in that kind of mood. But I'm usually not the guy to like get us killed aimlessly either.
So one comment about the game here
Yep.
is that saw this dungeon, this cave that we've entered. Each playthrough, they kind of switch positions. So the map is like half procedurally generated. It has like this basic outline, has this basic template, but like these dungeons, sometimes they change locations, which is something interesting to make you feel like each playthrough is a little bit more different than the last.
Cool. So it's a little like randomly generated.
Yeah.
School's not ready.
Oh.
My
Oh,
guy
there are
is
two
stanky.
bosses. There are two bosses in this. Oh god, you're dead.
Yep.
I wonder if I open a portal here, you can just use my portal. I'm gonna try it. See if you can use my portal.
Oh, you know what? I could travel right to you with my own portal.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because you're in that map, I just selected you.
Wicked. I think this is the first time where I fought two bosses in this cave.
I just want to take that first one out, then it's clear sailing.
Yep, there we go. Skill the Hoarder. I find I'm tanking this hits pretty well, barely losing any health. Ah, stop running.
Oh god,
Skills.
I almost died.
The thing about playing in veteran mode is we get more experience for it as well, so we actually level faster,
Gotcha.
which is another reason I want to play it.
The only thing I don't like about this lightning skill is it seems like I have to be right by the monster for it to work.
Oh, well, I guess it's like, oh, I'm almost at like a melee skill,
Yeah.
melee spell. Well, you picked up Arcanist, so you'll have some of your range abilities.
Yeah,
soon.
true. Oh
Yay,
god. So much stuff.
Oh, I found it. On the if you look under the health bar, all the way to the side, below it says faction window. So there you can see like your who hates you and who doesn't.
Oh.
You just unlock more with that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Oh, oops. So you can't undo points that you've locked into your skill tree already.
You can, but you have to go to the NPC back at Devil's Crossing. It costs you nothing. Oh no, yeah, it costs you very little, but you can.
Okay.
So if you want to change your build, you can do that.
Cool.
The only thing that you can't change is the classes that you chose, but everything else is fair game. Get your experience that you dropped here.
Thank you. That 22 EXP. That's interesting. I have a skill that like bounces off this dude, and I guess would hit other dudes.
Yeah. Eventually, you'll unlock a Kamehameha wave for that class.
Sweet. Yeah, there's a thing in Maple Story too you can play now that does like a Kamehameha.
Weren't you always able to do Kamehameha with some classes, like the cleric?
Not the original 5. I don't think. I think the cleric
Wait.
had like a bow, like a magic
So they
bow.
have servers with just like the vanilla Maple Story, right?
Yep.
Let's play that.
Okay.
I prefer like games that have less stuff, so that you can spend more time enjoying what they have. So like yeah, they add like tons of classes, but it's kind of like, but like I don't want to see
Well-
that much stuff, power creep and whatnot.
So the main thing about the global server is the maps look a lot nicer because like, you know, they put more time into it, it's better resolution, but the thing I don't like is they added a bunch of classes, but all the classes more or less play the same in the global server. Like all of them run and jump like an assassin, which
Yeah.
kind of takes away from it. And like some jobs, it used to be like only one job. You would if you spammed control, it would be like a chain of attacks. And then other ones, it's like you just played in different ways. But when the newer version of the game, it has less diversity that way. But
Yeah.
So I kind of like the old one more too.
Yeah.
So
Let's play the one.
and that's one of those like simplicity is bliss type of situations. Just force
What I
commands.
loved playing Maple Story back in the day, well even now, but like when I played
Yeah.
it, is that like I played Ranger, and you had to like make your own arrows. So I had to like farm the pigs for the feathers, and then like craft arrows, and then I'd have to just keep farming them because I constantly need more arrows. I love it. Sure. So,
Yeah, it was a good game.
I think even now it would be considered a good game.
Yeah. I just wish they did a better job with Maple Story 2.
Yeah.
Like, I wish they kept the graphics of the original, but just had it 3D. But they did that stupid Minecraft thing with it, which kind of ruined it.
the stupid Minecraft thing, yeah, all the blocks and stuff. I played it for like half a day, and then the combat doesn't feel as amazing, but the 2D Minecraft, like the original one,
Yeah.
like because it's just 2D, they had so much more like room to work with, visual wise, like visually speaking. Like you have your Kamehameha wave that like just blows up the entire map or whatever, and that stuff looked awesome. But then with like a 3D Maple Story 2, it loses that like awesomeness
Yeah.
of the skills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been here.
Yeah. We
Oh, there's another cave.
cool. Yeah, Diablo 4 I think I'm gonna really dive into hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's
Because like I think Diablo 3 in hindsight is something I could have gotten into and really enjoyed, but I missed the window. So but at this point I may as well wait for Diablo 4. I mean, how much longer is it gonna be?
not to mention we already have a huge list of games that we
That is true.
play.
Solo
No need
and
to.
group.
Yeah.
True.
You want to talk to him? I'll let you talk to him.
I just I didn't read any of that. But he gave us some stuff. Thank you, sir.
Let's see. Oh. Look at my puny ass shockwave. Does nothing to them.
You know what I can do with this is I can just clip the video and the stream to where my mic actually works. If you don't want the crazy one-sided conversation.
Well, no, I still have my own recording that we can upload, but that
With both
you'll
our
still
voices.
need your own. Yeah, you'll still have your own recorded audio, right? It's just not for the stream. So yeah. Hopefully that works. I don't know if it will work because what the hell is this moth like just doing exploring my freaking balcony? It's like going all over the place because like it was first on the window, like attached to the wall, and then it flew onto the window where the balcony wall is.
Hmm.
I think we have to go up north.
Yeah.
Just enjoying itself, which is fine. He can stay. The cool thing, like here, is like, oh, we can't walk over there, right? But you can still attack them if you have a ranged attack. Which I did.
Gotcha.
Oh, I think we're up for a difficult fight.
Yeah?
Yeah. This one here. They have these guys that like charge you, and it chips off a chunk of your health. Excuse me. Fear my shockwave. I'm doing so little damage to it, holy crap.
Yeah, I feel like I keep missing whatever I'm trying to hit.
But wait, that is Maul. Oh, this AoE. Oh, I'm dying. It's so useless. I am dying. The big one's after me.
Man, I'm bummed out that Lost Ark isn't coming anytime soon to North America.
Well, I keep saying we can just join the Russian server.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that.
Because, like, Lost Ark, because we have VPNs anyways, but, like, they have a wicked-ass skill system where you can kind of craft your own abilities. Not exactly, but, like, you have two different abilities, and then you can, like, merge them into one so it uses both effects or something.
Do you even
Like
need a
that
VPN?
To access the Russian servers, I have no idea. But if we do, then we have it ready.
feel like it's gonna ask, "Are you Russian?" And it's like, maybe.
Well, you're like a mix of like 15 different Caucasian,
True.
so you'd be like, I probably have some Russian in me. Oh, Thor, where are you, Thor?
Right here, buddy.
Yay.
Man, I'm so excited for that Marvel game.
When's it coming out?
September.
Ooh, that's not far out.
Yeah, I think it's like September 7th or 8th, and then the Cyberpunk comes out on the 16th. So it's like I guess 1 week apart.
Heard, I don't know if we talked about this, but they're doing like they said but people are speculating that they're going to introduce the Fantastic Four through the third Ant-Man movie. So that would be interesting.
That's one way to go. I kind of want them to introduce everything like as a standalone, and then just incorporate them once in a while to each other.
Maybe
I mean,
they.
I should say I don't care as long as it's good.
Yeah. Here's what I was going to say, which kind of goes along the lines of what you just finished with.
Yeah.
Which is maybe the reason they're doing the introduced Fantastic Four through Ant-Man 3 is because they fucked up Fantastic Four. Well, not them, but you know, Fantastic Four was like a failure so many times that they're like probably afraid of releasing it as a solo thing now. They can kind of like needs to like piggyback off of Ant-Man, for example.
I'd be more worried about ruining the other IPs associated with it.
Oh, that's true.
But I think one of the things is like, now that Disney owns all the IP, they can have better control over it. It was kind of nice in a sense, though, having like X-Men be a Marvel property, but the types of movies they made were completely different than the MCU. Like I don't want everything to turn into a PG-13, just like shitty thing. Like I don't know if Deadpool would have been a thing under Disney, because Deadpool 3 is in question right now.
Yeah. Like here's the thing, like I watched the Black Widow trailer, and they almost made it like a semi-comedy.
Yeah.
And it's like that doesn't feel very Black Widow for it to be a semi-comedy. I don't know.
Yeah, feels inauthentic to like her whole past.
Yeah, and it's weird because they introduced her family.
Yeah.
In the Black Widow series. Okay, so now she has her parents, so everything about her past is kind of like down the drain now. I feel like at least the impact of it. But what I do like is that they're bringing in David Harbour, like that Stranger Things sheriff guy.
Yeah.
As her dad.
Huh. Cool.
I don't recognize the superhero he's supposed to be, but yeah, he's also like a super soldier or something.
Yeah, the big Russian guy.
Yeah.
Already seems like it. Yeah. I want to say he's like a Canadian superhero for some reason. I remember there was a team with like a guy named the Puck and stuff I'd rather forget. But
his hockey stick as a so what's her superpower? Play hockey.
Daredevil superpower.
What's her superpower? I'm blind.
Oh, good.
Even though Daredevil is like amazing.
Kinda. I feel like
I love
he's written to be amazing. But like, if he actually fought anyone, he would just get wrecked.
Well, I was talking more about the Netflix series. Like they produced that really well.
I just noticed I have to increase my... Yeah, it's a great show. I just realized I have to increase my physique for certain weapons. Alright. Yeah, the show was great. Apparently, there's like a Twitter hashtag right now to
Bring
bring
it
it
back.
back. Yeah, I actually really liked the Punisher.
Love the Punisher.
I couldn't believe that they took it as far as they did, just because it's like Disney.
I know.
I thought they would have really fucked it up, and they did a great job.
My favorite scene in like the entire Punisher series is when he's just dragging
His
that
face
guy's
on the
face
glass.
across the glass. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was epic.
Honestly, the whole thing, like all 13 episodes, it was just one long, like, love movie of gore. It was amazing. But the thing is, like, it actually did a good job of keeping you captivated just on, like, the story and everything about it. It wasn't just murder porn, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a genuinely great show.
Oh, we have one health potion left. Oh, he's breathing fire at me.
I really wish they would try a Ghost Rider TV show.
They're speculating Keanu Reeves is going to be Ghost Rider.
That would be good.
I would love Keanu Reeves as Ghost Rider. I love Ghost Rider to begin with.
I thought they were gonna do a Robbie Reyes thing, like based on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They had Ghost Rider in there, but he was a different Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so much they can do with Marvel properties, and same with DC.
See, like the whole Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider, I don't like. I'm not one of those people who dislikes Nicolas, zealously dislikes Nicolas Cage or anything. But with that movie, there weren't any fights in that movie. It was just him like one-shot guys. And that's my main problem.
I don't think Nicolas Cage was bad in it. I think it was just a bad movie. I actually enjoyed it, like, for what it was. It's not it's not a top Marvel movie, but it was still fine as a movie. Like, you don't have much to compare it to in terms of Ghost Rider.
I didn't hate it. I just like found that there were no fights in the movie. He just one-shot at everyone, which kind of took away from it because you're kind of like, oh, he's gonna like have to struggle and whatnot. But then it's like, no, he just like, chained the guy and like burnt his soul. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna go sell some loot.
Well,
I can't carry it.
I mean,
I can't carry anymore.
yeah, I'll come with you. The thing is, the people that were sent against him, they were kind of designed to be able to stop him. So,
Which makes it even worse that they got one shot.
no, but like he had trouble a little bit with some of them.
Yeah, for like 5 seconds, and then he's like, oh wait, I forgot I could do this.
True. I mean, eventually you want him to have like a big challenge to overcome.
Yeah.
But
I'll give you good price.
that being said, I've always been a big fan of like the juggernauts of series that just are unstoppable, like Juggernaut from Marvel. But even like I liked Broly from Dragon Ball Z, just those ultimate guys that are, it's almost like the good guys have to cheat and get, kind of like Garo from One Punch Man. We were talking about that, but I like when the good guys almost have to compromise on their ethics and gang up on the bad guy to win.
Yeah.
And like even then they may not be able to win. So same with Ghost Rider, like I think he's supposed to be to a degree just unrealistically unfair.
Well, I remember hearing or reading about the lore about how he's technically a god inside a human body.
Well, he's a demon,
So-
right?
He's a demon, yeah. So like if you destroy his human body, like his host, then you kind of just unleash an even more powerful version of him, sort of thing.
That's one thing I didn't know is does he need a host to stay on Earth? Because that was
No,
the
I
thing with
think
the
it's just-
devil too. Like the devil is really strong in his world, but he always got weaker in
No, I think like there's this in the comic series like as a World War Hulk or something where like Xavier, Doctor Strange, and whoever else like sent Hulk to this other planet.
Oh yeah,
And they were
Planet
talking
Hulk.
about how Ghost Rider's probably the only one who could kill Hulk. Because if Hulk destroys his body, then it'll just unleash this like godlike deity that could just like totally destroy Hulk or something. I might be getting it wrong. I might be remembering it wrong. But yeah, I think like, no, there were several times instances in the comics where Ghost Rider, his human body got destroyed, and it just unleashed an even more powerful demon version of him.
I gotta find that
So it's
comic.
not just, yeah, I'll look it up later. But yeah, I think the only reason is just that an even more powerful for like a deity as opposed to the demon that's possessing Ghost Rider, like bound him to a contract or something, so that he's super powerful. It's just that there's someone even more powerful making him like have to inhabit a host.
It's a cool arc to it.
Yeah.
I'm still just figuring out my weapon stuff, but if you're getting bored, I can come whenever.
No, that's fine. Take your time. I'm gonna Google the Ghost Rider thing.
That's
powerful.
That's one thing about things like Superman, where it's really stupid and it almost seems like lazy writing, where like a green rock can kill him. But the more I think about it, I actually really like the idea of a stupidly OP guy with like a casual weakness like that.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna read this off of like Quora. When Johnny Blaze went up against World War Hulk, Doctor Strange comments on the abilities of the Ghost Rider are godlike. And the only reason the character doesn't wield its full force is because their human host acts as both as a built-in safety check. This means that Ghost Rider actually possesses infinite strength. We get a brief glimpse of this after Hulk apparently knocks Ghost Rider out cold. When fully unleashed, a rider can lift well over 100 tons with ease, obtaining Thor and Hulkian levels of strength, and make his eyes sparkle menacing. Whatever. So, like, yeah, if you destroy the body, he'll just become as strong as Thor and Hulk.
Did you say Hulkulian instead of Herculean?
No, this person said Hulkian. He typed Hulkian.
Oh, it's a nice touch.
When the Jade Giant, so Hulk, seemingly defeated the Ghost Rider, all he really did was knock out his human host, Johnny Blaze. The otherworldly spirit known as Zarathos was still very much present and takes over with the explosive result there. After experiencing something like that, World War Hulk just says fuck it and lets Ghost Rider go because he knows that that's one being he cannot smash.
Cool.
And if the Hulk realizes it's pointless to face an unleashed Ghost Rider, safe to say no one should. Of course, it's unlikely we'll ever see any Ghost Rider put their power on full display, etc. But yeah, so it's kind of just like,
Interesting.
this isn't even my final form.
It's over 9,000.
Over 9,000.
So there's this bone that I can equip as a weapon.
Yeah, it should increase your like a mana pool or something, right? There are some like items that also give you extra skills. It's like, oh, you have 5% chance when you attack to do this attack.
Yeah, like this. There's a 5% chance, I guess, to call forth a guardian with strong attacks. Like, there's so much to read on this one weapon.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stick with my beater.
Yeah, I don't think we need to worry about that stuff too much right now. We're still pretty early in the game.
Yeah. Oh, where do we go?
I just went back to the portal that I placed before.
I'm gonna make my own portal and just go to wherever you are.
Let me know if you want another.
No, I think I found you.
No, if you want another bone, let me know. Oh, remember that
Thanks.
Michael J. White movie, Bone, like where he's like boned or whatever?
What?
That was awesome. The Michael J. White movie, where like he called himself
Blood and Bone.
Blood and Bone.
That movie's incredible.
Yeah.
I love it.
Which way are we going? Oh, I think this way.
I don't know. I was following you. Yeah, we could have gone left or up where we're going now.
Yeah, there's several ways to approach progression.
But, like, the thing is, I haven't read any Ghost Rider comics or anything like that. I've read some Marvel Wiki on a lot of Marvel shit, but, like, in the second Ghost Rider movie, spoiler alert, from, like, 2009, but they find out that he's not a demon, he's actually, like, an angel that was corrupted.
Uh-huh.
So, like,
is that the demon, though?
like, his flame goes blue. Because they find out that the spirit was corrupted, then they somehow uncorrupt him. And he goes back to being an angel.
Blue Ghost Rider? Cool.
So maybe that's something to do with him being godlike or whatever, because he's like from heaven, just fallen, almost Lucifer style.
Yeah, but isn't the definition of a demon a fallen angel, though?
I don't know.
So it really doesn't change anything, right?
But demons aren't fallen angels. They're like, I don't think they ever were angels. Weren't they just sent to hell as pieces of shit right from the get-go?
It's when the angels like turn against God.
Oh, like under Lucifer's thingamajig?
So they got sent to the hell.
Okay.
And then from there they just like became really old and wrinkly.
Fair enough.
Yeah. That's the extent of my Bible studies from university.
That's one thing I find really cool with Marvel lore as well, is there's I wouldn't say there's multiple devils, but it's like there's a bunch of people that you could perceive as the devil, like depending on what Marvel thing you trying to think how to phrase this. I guess, like, let's say Nightcrawler's dad was in a certain town, like, people perceived him as the devil because he was this teleporting red guy with a tail. But then, like, the dude who instilled Ghost Rider's powers, I'm trying to remember the guy's name, but, like, he kind of fits the bill more as the devil. People who know him and came from his world, they would say he is the devil. But then, like, there'd be Dormammu, that big fucking guy from another dimension, and it's like he's literally the devil. He's a guy from another dimension that rules it with darkness and evil.
Yeah.
And same with DC, actually. Like, there was Darkseid. I mean, he's just a guy, but he was, I think they're calling him one of the new gods in, like, and then there's Trigon, who could also be perceived as a devil.
I watched this breakdown, like lore breakdown on Darkseid. Yeah. And they're pretty much saying like the Darkseid we usually see in the comics, like where Superman punches him and everything. That's kind of just like his projection of himself, and how Darkseid is actually a literal universe or something. Like
He's a what of the universe?
A literal universe.
Oh.
Something. Like the version you see Superman fight, that's not even the real or something like that.
Yeah, like, I thought it was cool that he searches for an anti-life equation. It's like this thing in the universe somewhere. Actually, you know Smallville, that TV show? Superman growing up? In the last season, Darkseid is the main bad guy, and it ends up, the way they describe it is, instead of him being a physical guy, he's, they call it the darkness, because if you have, like, doubts or any evil, like, non-pure of heart stuff within you, it can take you over. So once in a while, he would kind of form into what looks like a person, like a manifestation, but the way they described it and went through the season, it was more like a thing you can't see or physically fight. So I thought Smallville just fucked with the origins, because that's what they did with a lot of the other things, but maybe it's more accurate than But yeah, I like when they take these different worlds where they already have like a clear established devil, let's say, or like a superior superhero that's godlike, and then you start mixing the worlds. So it's like, all right, now there's 2 godlike people and there's a bunch of devils. I don't know. It's just such a rich world in terms of lore. This thing
What
looks
is
kind
the
of cool.
that's the Superman villain that every time he dies he comes
Doomsday.
back like he's Doomsday? Who's actually tougher, Doomsday or Darkseid?
The age-old question. Because I mean, like, Superman's beat the shit out of Darkseid before,
Yeah.
but Doomsday, like, they both died together, being like perfectly equal power in a sense. The
But
thing,
anything about like
here's what I don't get is Darkseid, or sorry, Doomsday dies and comes back stronger and immune to that method of being killed. But then,
Yeah.
like, somehow Superman kills him. But shouldn't he come back the same way? I never understood that.
the thing I don't understand is like, well, my theory is that Doomsday might become immune to like non-physical methods of dying, but you can still punch him to that. I don't know.
I guess. Yeah. Like, you can just keep breaking his neck, and he doesn't come back with a stronger neck. That's a big design flaw.
It's like this thick, calloused neck. He can't even turn his head no more.
Guess so.
It's like he's got a cast over his neck. It's like, oh, it's just a biking accident.
Man, this guy's burning the shit out of me.
I'm taking care of these ads.
Ads?
Yeah, you want to trade? I think your AoE is better for this. Oh no, he's still chasing you.
So, I told you I was kind of like working on making a TV show,
Yeah.
and I'm not very far, but I've written a bit of a script, and I'm finding like I don't even have a full episode written, and I just keep coming up with new ideas and people to introduce, and it's like it became such a clusterfuck of like every idea I've ever had I'm trying to incorporate somehow into the show. I feel like I ruined it before it already got started.
Well, just set aside 90% of the ideas you have right now and just focus on 10% of it.
Yeah.
And you can like flesh
like,
out the
they're
90% afterward.
Like, I think they're good ideas, at least at my level of thinking. It's just the ideas almost like require their own show to be made.
Mhm.
I keep trying to like cram every kind of lore idea that I have in
Or
every
maybe,
potential
like,
character.
You can make it sort of like South Park, where every episode's a different thing, but there's no real like
True.
connection to. So
Yeah. Almost like a Black Mirror, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, like, the route I was trying to go is to make like an actual series that would have multiple seasons. It's just the ideas are too. The thought process is in the same world, but it's like trying to mix a superhero from a comic book with like a non-super thing. I'm trying to think of how to explain it, but it's almost like in DC how they have Batman and a bunch of like non-superpowered or barely superpowered bad guys, and then if you just put like Superman in there and the Flash, it's like they don't really fit that world. Because Superman would just fuck up Bane with a punch. But then again, DC actually did do that with a lot of crossovers. So, I don't know.
maybe just. Mm-hmm.
I think I'm just trying to process, like, if I can add all these ideas together in some tasteful way, but I feel like I'm just clusterfucking everything into one episode.
Yeah, definitely spread it amongst like different episodes. I think
Yeah.
Because you want to keep your audience's attention. You don't want to lose them.
Yeah.
Because, like, clearly you already know this, but, like, just because you understand something, you're following something doesn't mean other people can.
Yeah.
So, you go
And-
at their pace.
And just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Like, just because you can add a
Yeah.
bunch of characters and crazy aspects into one thing doesn't mean it's gonna make it better.
You know what pissed me off about just the Justice League movie?
What's that?
I actually enjoyed it. I think Henry Cavill is like an amazing Superman. Yes, I guess it's like the same as Ghost Rider, where the script was just garbage. But they spent like the first half of the movie building up the other heroes and like putting them together into a team. And you have Superman just literally like overpowering the entire thing. And it's like, and then even when he fought like the last like boss guy, it's like he just completely overpowered him. There was like no struggle at all.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
So, have you been following that whole Snyder cut, like all that kind of crap?
Yeah. Well, I know about it. I haven't been following it.
But I mean, like, if I talk about it, you're not like, what is this?
Yeah.
So the Snyder cut is supposed to be 3 to 4 hours, and it was supposed to have Darkseid in it.
Uh-huh.
So they're making it into Justice League Part 1 and Part 2. So Steppenwolf, the main bad guy that Superman fucks up, he's
Yeah.
just like he's like a right-hand henchman for Darkseid. But Darkseid is supposed to be the big battle, where it's like even Superman can't take him and it's a team effort.
It feels weird, though. Like, I understand splitting it, but it almost feels like they did that at the expense of the first part.
Yep, they did. And that kind of goes into what when I was talking about that whole TV show thing, the mini crisis I'm going through is I guess the thing that's freaking me out is I'm thinking I don't want to put too much where it's like a clusterfuck and there's nothing to really grab onto mentally and get excited about. But I don't want to put so little that it's boring and bland. And I was thinking it's not a crazy fear to have, because there's been a ton of big high budget movies with famous directors and actors, and like there's so many examples where you had every resource and you either made the show too bland and boring and slow, or you put way too many characters in it and tried to develop a character in 5 minutes of screen time because you crammed so much shit in there. Nothing is going to be good. So I think that was kind of an example of Justice League. Like, it needed to be a 3 or 4 hour movie and develop the characters a little more and maybe lead into a bigger crisis like Darkseid all in one movie. They kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, Man of Steel was really good. Like, I know the DCU gets a lot of hate, but Aquaman was fantastic. I thought Wonder Woman was done really well. Batman v Superman, when they made that Ultimate release, if you know what I'm talking about, they put like another 20 minutes of footage into the movie. It completely changed the pace of the movie. Or, not the pace, but... You know, like, out of nowhere, Superman and Batman hate each other's guts?
Yeah.
The Ultimate version, like, it didn't take much extra time, but they helped make it click, where you're like, oh, that's why he hates him. And all it was a 2-minute conversation when Superman's leaving the prison where Batman branded a guy and he died.
Yeah.
Because, like, he's there as a reporter trying to figure out how to, like, stop the Batman, and so I think the part they cut out that they put back in that Ultimate version was he says to the wife with a kid of the guy that got killed in prison, he's like, speak to me so we can help stop him, and she's like, people like that don't listen to the press, like the only thing that stops someone like that is a fist.
Yeah.
So that's where it becomes like, I don't know, like Superman clearly sees that the guy was killed because Batman branded him, and he sees the hurt family. And like the movie is still too jumpy and all over the place, but it fixed it fixed a lot.
That actually changes a huge perspective I have on the movie, or like the way it's delivered.
The whole premise.
Yeah, because the whole premise was like, oh, Superman's like causing all this like collateral damage and whatnot, and Batman's just like pissed off because he's doing all that with no concern for whatever. But then now it like flips the entire table on Batman, where Superman's kind of like he's just like recklessly like being a jackass, killing people or causing people's deaths.
Yeah. Well, the thing that, sorry, go on.
I'm just saying it like completely flips the table on Batman.
Yeah, like, I guess I understood why Batman hated Superman, but they never explained why Superman is so hateful of Batman until that Ultimate version.
Yeah.
Whereas,
and then
I can't remember if the Ultimate version made this any more clear, but Batman seemed to hate Superman mostly because of Lex. Like, he kept just trying to send him over the edge with little, like, messages written in red and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's all good because they made up over Martha.
Save Martha. Why did you say that name? It's like, I don't know.
Felt like a good time to say Martha. I didn't put in my skill points, sort of. Fucking Martha.
Bloody goddamn Martha. Alright, I just amped up my one attack. Yep, it does a lot more damage now.
Yeah.
It's faster too. So we're level 13 at this point, ish. When do you max level? Like 99?
200? I think.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
By the way, I thought I saw Grim Dawn just had a mini update. It might have been another game. Oh, it was Killing Floor. I was just thinking, like, it's weird how some of these games are so many years old and they're still getting updates. I don't know if it's a security update or actual content.
Maybe it's because people are sick of AAA games trying to steal their money, so they're pouring more money into these indie games, and then they're like, oh, we gotta keep this up to date. People want to play our game.
I guess, but that'd be pretty awesome if they're like, hey, let's take a 4-year-old game and just add another map or work on some textures, because it's already a finished good game.
Yeah.
So if they're putting more time into it.
Yeah, like they already remastered it once. Right? So they're just like constantly making it better. Yeah. We're already playing the remastered version.
Oh, I meant Killing Floor, but yeah,
yeah.
So same idea for this though. If they're doing DLC and upgrades, that would be awesome.
Ooh, quest complete.
Sweet.
I didn't even know we had a quest.
So Marvel Ultimate Alliance. That's one thing I really liked about the first one was I'm saying that's one thing I liked about it as if we were talking about this. I'm premising this based on nothing we've talked about, but you know, I said like I like those Juggernaut type characters.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool that in Ultimate Alliance 2, all of the characters were kind of nerfed in the sense of they didn't want to penalize you for selecting one character and not the other. But I thought it was kind of cool in Ultimate Alliance 1 that if you chose Thor, he actually had more potential leveling up. Like most people, their highest level skill was unlocked at like level 20, but Thor, you had to get to like level 37 before you unlocked his last power. So like at a certain level, Thor would actually be like a god versus some other people you would play as.
Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Daredevil, because his blindness.
Because it was kind of goofy, that Marvel Heroes game that I loved. It was, you could play as Hawkeye and be just as dangerous as, like, any other player. any other character. And it almost took me out of it a bit, because it's like, come on, man. There's no way. I keep forgetting to add physique. I've got all these weapons I can't equip.
I think the best thing for you to do, like, yeah, obviously you can just like put a point into everyone, like sequentially. But you can also just first upgrade your stats using the skill points, and then fill it in afterwards. Like, oh wait, I still don't have enough physique for this weapon, and then use the attribute points. That's what I like to do, at least. Yes.
I feel like I've had a very high voice this whole stream.
No, you sound.
Like
I've heard your high voice, and you have not had your high voice.
there were even points I was voice cracking, just like, no.
I don't recall you voice cracking. I think you're good.
Alright.
Okay, well, I'm done. Yeah. Oh, wait, do I have skill points still? No.
Are you attacking me right now?
No. I'm testing out my abilities. There's a freaking cooldown.
Oh, I just found some nice gloves, bro.
Nice, bro. Mr. Nubbin.
That is a long weapon name. Puncturing scrap metal blunderbuss of ruin. I'm gonna go ahead and sell that just because I don't want to read it again.
It's like when you have, like, in anime, when they, like, name out their attack every time they use.
I love that. In One Punch Man, that's the fucking best.
Yeah, it's like
just
series of attacks, serious punch.
But it's always the longest name.
Yeah.
Like Mighty
Putty
Twin
putty.
Water Blades of Punch something. It's like, alright.
Putty prisoner.
Angel Form. Oh, that's the best show, man.
He does the Sailor Moon transformation. Yeah, how many of these Slith necklaces do you have?
Necklaces? I got a
Yeah,
bunch of
see-
rings.
Oh wait, oh, never mind. I handed in the quest. Yay! It's fine. Putty prisoner.
Poor. So, I'm assuming that's based on a comic book.
Yeah, manga. The manga is like way ahead. The manga, they're already talking about. So you know Blast, right? Like, he hasn't like appeared on the show yet, but he's been mentioned several times.
I know
Blast.
Mooman Rider. Is Blast the ` hero guy?
Yeah. So
Okay.
apparently, like, in the manga, his son has appeared or something, and is
Okay.
starting like another hero association. So they're like gonna combat each other now, like the original hero association and then a new one.
Oh. Interesting. That sounds like
And then
Titans versus Justice League.
Yeah, and then apparently some of the heroes from the old hero association went to join the new one.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. So yeah, they're gonna be like fighting each other or something.
Should we just keep going north?
Yeah, we just keep going up.
Okay.
I mean, we can like spend time just exploring and grinding, but the thing is, if we keep going north, we're gonna keep encountering enemies anyways, so we don't really have to worry about levels.
Yeah.
It's just like explore every corner of the map or not.
Okay. Yeah.
Which
let's
there
go
are
north.
benefits to. You can find NPCs that you can like unlock, like bring them to your town, and then they'll like give you certain services. So there is a benefit to like exploring stuff, but it's not like completely necessary.
Right. Well, I hope that they just keep making One Punch Man good, because
Yeah.
that's the thing is like I'll watch a decent show once, but if they take the time and they make One Punch Man fantastic, like I've watched that series like 3 times already.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, I just love it. It's like it doesn't take itself seriously, but it's also a really good show.
I think what it is, at least for me, what makes it enjoyable for me is that it's almost like satire against the overpowered characters that exist in like our entertainment media.
Yeah.
So like Superman, you have Goku, all these overpowered characters and whatnot. It's almost a satire on that, but on top of that, like my major complaint about overpowered heroes. I don't feel that for Saitama at all because the show almost doesn't focus on him. It focuses on the weaker characters.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of clean up almost.
That was a big complaint actually about the second season. People were like,
That
you
would-
didn't focus on the main character enough. You developed like all these other people, and he's just like in a fighting tournament. That's basically it. Shows up once in a while.
Even though I found the tournament part pretty funny. How he just like
yeah.
The ending of that was epic, where he like revealed that he's like a part of the Hero Association. He just like one shots everyone.
Yeah. It's
That was
I like what they're doing with the whole demon thing though. Like, I almost don't want to
Yeah.
read the manga, whatever,
yeah.
just to not spoil it for myself. But what they're doing with like the dragon level demons and stuff, it looks like it might actually get to a point where one punch isn't enough.
Well, maybe one serious punch is enough.
True.
Because
like-
he has his normal series and
Yeah.
series.
Good point. But I mean, like, I hope that they get to a point where the demons are actually tough for him to handle,
Yeah.
and the underpowered guys catch up to him, at least to a degree.
I love Genos. Genos is a badass.
Yeah.
Like, sure,
he's
he's
got
not
a
like,
cool arc, too.
Yeah.
Because, like, he actually has physical limitations based on his stuff.
Tech.
Yeah,
His tech,
he
yeah.
just refuses to let that keep him down. Are you getting a BDO vibe at all from this map?
From this map
Yeah.
that we just entered, or the map that we've just been through this whole time?
Yeah, both. I feel like I'm playing BDO from a different perspective and like obviously worse fight mechanics and all that, but when I played BDO and I got to like my level 10 or whatever I got to, I remember the map being just like this. Like the grass, the trees. I guess the scenery selection is what's familiar to me.
I guess you can say that. Yeah, I think if the lighting was a bit like more optimistic, then yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that. I mean, the textures in this game are amazing. Like for the age of this game, because
Oh,
I
yeah.
had to default my settings back to freaking default, which is like medium settings for me. But like right now, if I'm just gonna show it off and put it back to like very high and whatnot, I'm just like I'm just gonna show off to the recording what this game could possibly look like if you max everything out. I'm gonna do a bit more with shadows, but I don't. Yeah, what happened to my settings? Before it actually made effort to reload my screen, but let's see if I showed up. But yeah, I mean, this puddle over here is not that amazing, but you can see a little bits of grass here and there. Like, for how old is this game? Like a decade? It's an amazing decade-year-old game.
Oh, the non-remastered? Probably, yeah. I think this one's 2016.
Oh, so not that bad.
No.
Not that bad at all. Okay, I need to default my graphics back. I think when I did the settings, it didn't actually change anything, but it should. like if I were to restart the game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like One Punch Man, he just like when everyone's struggling, he just almost like comically speaking just enters and like puts all of their suffering and hardship to like just like says, oh, it wasn't worth anything. You know, you struggle. So,
I still can't believe how good Death Note was as a series. Like, I think I was one of those guys that looked at anime as kind of like weirdo stuff to a degree, which I think most people do. And now I feel like I don't fit in on either side of that market, because I'm not one of the guys that looks at anime as like weird shit anymore. I actually really like it. But
yeah.
I'm not into it enough where the anime guys would feel like I'm one of them, if you know what I mean. I feel like I'm like that. I'm that middle of the road guy that I like it, but to a point.
Here's the thing, like with anime, I enjoy it if it's done right. And the way it's not done right, and the way I think is just like lame as hell.
Oh, I died.
I like that. Oh, what?
I was fixing my glasses.
The harem and like the harem, what is the ecchi, I think it's called, the genre, where it's just like one guy like gets every single girl and he doesn't even try, sort of thing. Like I hate those type of animes. It's just kind of like disgustingly desperate for the writer to like make this main character he came up with just be like this effortless pimp who just attracts all of the females.
Effortless pimp.
One anime I do love that's still a harem is Kono Subarashi something something something. And the reason I like it is because it's almost like One Punch Man in that it's satire.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have this guy who's surrounded by girls and he's like a pervert, but they all hate him. So it's like it turns the whole like genre on its head and just makes fun of it, where this guy's like constantly like trying to be like this pervert, but like he never succeeds, and he kind of just pisses them off even more. But
yeah, I don't know, like I don't even have that many examples to go off of anime wise. Like when I guess the point where it's like too far for me is if I talk about an animated show, I might say anime, and then you start getting corrected, and it's like, shut up. Animated, same shit. It's non-real drawing stuff.
Just start like using the umbrella term cartoons. You know that cartoon?
Exactly.
Anime.
Like, it's a graphic novel. You can shut up too. I lost you. I'm trying to find you. Help.
Can you teleport to me?
Oh, actually, I see your little green dot. I'm on my way. But then, like, there's... I think I've come a long way from where I was, which was just like a normal guy that doesn't even think about it or consider anime. So, I don't... The funny thing is, I found Death Note, the anime, because I watched the movie, like the movie that butchered the series, and I'm like, that was really cool. And then like somehow I came across it on Google and everyone hating on it because they butchered the show. So I'm like, okay, if this movie is the butchered version, let me check out like the actual animated show. And it was like 1,000 times better. So I tried to rewatch. I tried to rewatch the Netflix movie, and I'm like, this is so fucking bad. I can't even finish it. So now I'm one of those stingy, pretentious anime guys that's like, oh, the movie ruined it. But I guess I had that perspective when I was younger, but it was with like Dragon Ball Evolution when they tried to make a live-action Dragon Ball movie. And it's like, you guys could not. They couldn't have done a worse job.
It took me a moment. I'm like, the live version. What live version was there? And then
you scrubbed it out of your brain.
The PTSD is coming back.
Well, the funny thing is, you look at what people can do on YouTube. Like, a team of normal people have made, like, a couple like 20 or 40-minute episodes of live action Dragon Ball Z, and it's like this is a billion times better than
Yeah.
than what a studio did with millions of dollars. They actually got sued.
Did they?
Yeah, they lost the court case.
What did they get for?
Well, because they blatantly stole Dragon Ball Z's IP. And
They didn't get
Skill's not
it
right.
first.
No, they didn't get the rights or anything. They just like made a fan film type of deal. And everyone was
No
like,
wonder-
"This is incredible." And it's like you shouldn't have sued them. You should have hired them to make what you guys fucking failed to do miserably.
Oh,
So,
your experience.
oh, thank you. My beautiful 52 EXP. On top of our required 28,000. Oh, my ass. That guy's one dirty mustache.
It's nothing like your amazing smooth mustache.
I guess all
Sure.
mustaches are pretty dirty. Ooh, there's a portal here that just turned crazy.
And so we can like use this as a checkpoint, our new checkpoint.
Oh, does that just mean you can teleport there now?
Yeah, that's all it is.
Okay.
Which is a pretty big deal, to be honest. Don't have to keep running back.
Yeah. But yeah, I've got to find some more anime things to watch, like Death Note or One Punch.
Honestly, 90% of all anime is just ecchi harem stuff,
Harem?
which is where like one guy, 50 girls, and they all love him, that sort of thing.
Oh,
So like the desperate, like no life writer was just like getting thirsty while he was drawing it, and he's like, oh, just gonna do this.
it's like I've never had women. I'll just animate some. Look at these weird monkey people. They look like rats.
I think they're rats.
Yeah.
Oh,
they
we have
look
to
like
find
rats.
Vermintide
Yeah.
as well.
I think I saw a boss down on the right side of where we are now.
Okay, you want to take us to?
Right here, buddy.
Mosquitoes.
The thing is, Space Hulk didn't seem that terrible. I don't know.
I think it's just poorly optimized.
Yeah, like there's a lot
was-
wrong with it, but I think it would have been fun potentially if we stuck with it a bit.
You wanna?
I might go back to it at some point. It's just there's so much other stuff we have in the queue.
If you want, we can go right now. We can do some Space Hulk.
No, I think when I close this game, I'm gonna call it a day because my eyes are crusty as hell. So
When are you playing a bed?
I don't know. I think I just hit a point with gaming where it's like I don't need to necessarily go to bed, but I just need to not be gaming. Like I need TV or something that's a little less hard on the eyes. I'm such an old man. Yeah, I don't know how you do it, man. Like how you game so much. I'd be completely drained.
I just got used to it.
Fair enough.
I mean, like, I guess if we're talking about like practice and endurance, like with playing games, you know how obsessed I was with like Dark Souls and everything, where you kind of have to be always on the edge of your seat to,
Yeah.
you know, for boss fights and whatnot. So I guess it just developed this endurance for me.
Makes sense.
I mean, my eyes still get tired and everything. It's just that it's not as big a deal. Like, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah. Feels more normal.
Yeah. I don't, like, for better or worse. Most likely worse, but
I wonder how hard it is to make a game like this. I think it would actually be really fun.
we would have to get into actual programming.
Maybe. because I know you can make models in Blender and put them in Unreal Engine, and like
I mean,
you're not coding because Unreal Engine is already coded. You're just laying the stuff out and building in the mechanics. But
have you heard of this thing called RPG Maker?
I've heard
It's on
of it,
Steam.
but I couldn't tell you what it is. Is that the
It's
Xbox
essentially-
thing where you build your own game?
I guess it's an Xbox thing. I don't know, but yes, you build your own game using assets that are already there. So you just like design your own map or any characters of the story using what's already there. So I guess like yeah, you can like design like start off designing your own game through that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, it sounds like Unreal Engine. I'm sure at a point you have to do some programming, like building in your battle mechanics and things like that. But I know
Yeah.
like if I built tree resources in Unreal or in Blender, you can import it and make your own scenery easy enough. I just don't know about the gaming function of it, like where to even start.
That skill's
I
not
have to destroy this crystal, keep summoning stuff. Foul roast. Oh, I'm dying. That malform.
Because I was thinking if I made like a TV show type thing, I would probably try to make a game based on it too, because I'd have all the models in the world. It would just be about building in like fight mechanics and the story. I have such big aspirations and so little skill. Oh, there's
Hey,
a
that
thing in
makes
here too.
Ooh. I'm just gonna take care of the crystal.
But I feel like making, well, kind of a common sense thing to say, but the first is always the hardest.
Yeah.
Like, if you put in the time and the effort to learn how to make one game or to learn how to make one show and build those resources, I mean, the second time would be so much faster of applying your creativity. Oh, fuck.
It's
I
healing
died.
them. Goblin's healing them.
I died hard.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh! Oh, we completed quest. I thought I died. I'm gonna wait for you.
I'm just completing this guy's quests.
Come see what's left.
Oh, they're chasing me. Yeah, I have to take out that damn healer. Oh shit. I guess this will be one of those good times to zoom in the camera just to find out which mob is the healer. Okay, took out the healers. Oh no, there's more. Oh my god. Are there any more? Okay, that's it. I'm protecting your EXP.
Thanks, I wouldn't worry about it.
You don't want your 25 EXP out of 50,000?
I don't deserve it.
We are the noobs of all trades after all.
Well, the EXP bar is like... Yeah, experience till next level, 4,600.
I mean, if you want the power level, we would probably go to the Crucible, where it's just like a tower defense mode. But
By the way, you know when you
Yeah.
look at a weapon and you're thinking of equipping it, it says like minus or plus X damage per second if equipped.
yeah,
Is that like a summary for you of like physical damage and all that stuff?
yeah, it pretty much does all the math for you
Okay.
and says that like all of the bonuses of plus 20% pierce damage, like it takes all of that
Mm-hmm.
and it summarizes for you in one number,
Okay.
which is pretty like convenient.
Cool. Thanks, because that saves me a
That's
lot
right.
of time. Like, there's things that it looks like the damage it does is higher, but the DPS is lower. So now I know to just get rid of that shit.
Yeah, 'cause it also takes into account like how many attacks it can do per second, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Cool.
attack fast, it does less damage, but it does it more consistently. But of course, you also have to take into account like any bonus skills or spells the weapon might have, because those don't calculate.
Right. Just teleporting to you now.
No worries, I'm just tanking this boss. As a matter of fact, I'm tanking so hard, I'm just gonna put up my skill points and wait for you.
Oh god, you are so far ahead of me. I better start running.
Okay. Oh, I can spam it now. Yes! Spam, spam, spam. Oh, but I need more freaking mana. Can I do this? It's turning. Oh, yeah, I actually need a way to gain more energy. Because this spell uses a lot of my energy. I wonder what it even looks like. Yeah, I know, but... Ooh, it's red. Pinkish red.
This is a
I
fun
have
game,
my-
though.
Yeah, good.
Well, I mean, we've been playing it for I don't know how many hours.
3 hours, I think.
Yeah, almost exactly.
Yeah, 2 hours and 45 minutes.
But I could see myself playing this again for sure.
Definitely.
Probably only with you, but you know.
And hopefully injured.
Yeah. Yeah, with Andrew too. Our third leg.
Our third leg.
Our beautiful man-bun third leg. I just heard my uncle my uncle might be growing a man bun for fun.
That's kind of like how it all starts though. Like even for me, I never grew out my facial hair. It doesn't actually grow that thick. But it's kind of like, you know what? We're all staying indoors these days. No one's, or when I go out, I'm wearing a mask, whatever. Just
Yeah.
gonna see what it looks like.
I had my I don't know whether to call it a second or third job interview, but I had that on the weekend.
Yeah.
And I fucking like for the first one it just ended up being a phone call, but I put on like a nice dress shirt and all that and trimmed my beard just in case. It turned out to be like a Google Meets type of thing.
Yeah.
And then it was just a phone call. So then he said, let's set up a call on the weekend, but it was a Google Meets and I didn't know. So I woke up and like I was wearing like just a basic t-shirt. I was 12 minutes late to the meeting because my computer kept crashing. Like when I realized it wasn't a phone call.
Yeah.
And then and like my hair wasn't washed. I had just gotten out of bed. So I showed up late. I looked like shit. It probably looked like I didn't even care to do the interview. But like it went well. I think I sold myself better than I ever have in these last couple interviews.
Skill's not
So I'm happy that way. I'm getting more comfortable talking and being able to sell myself. But fuck, that was so awkward. So hopefully I get the job.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
It does suck to like be suddenly caught off guard and underprepared,
Yeah,
but
I think I still might actually land the job, despite that, because it went so well during the interview process. And I don't think they would have had another interview with me if they weren't considering me seriously. But, oh, I was trying to remember why I brought that up. It's because you're saying, like... Oh, I died.
no, I'm dying.
Yeah, it's because you're saying, like, everyone's kind of looking like shit. Hang on. This headset always ends up pushing my glasses down into my ear.
It must hurt.
Yeah.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, you're saying everyone is kind of just winging their looks and not giving a fuck too much during quarantine.
Yeah, pretty much. Like for me, it was after the first week that this whole COVID thing blew up, and we're all wearing masks, and I'm just like, wait, why am I shaving?
You gotta suction cup that mask to your face, man. Perfect seal.
Oh, God.
It is really. You realize what?
That I haven't been checking if the stream was running. Let me refresh.
My
this.
mic hasn't been working for 4 hours.
No, it's still going. Oh, I see you running.
Thank God for Ori.
Yeah, thank God for Ori. Thanks, Ori.
Our one loyal follower. Thanks to you. Maneve was like, I'll be sure to tune in, but I think he could only make it like 5 minutes of us trying to figure out how to run a stream properly. Before he's like, alright, time for something. That's an actual show.
Fuck these guys.
Have you seen Silicon Valley?
No.
Oh.
I don't watch much TV, remember?
You should watch that. I think you'd really like it. But the first episode is Kid Rock going like, let's make some motherfucking noise out here. And no one makes noise. He's just like, fuck these people.
I think you told me about that scene. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably have.
Oh, shit.
What's up?
I'm trying to destroy that crystal, but they're just... I'm so squishy.
Where are you at?
I'm still in the cave where you died.
Oh, I tried teleporting to you and it took me into like the main big map.
No, oh maybe the entrance is right where you are? I don't know. Oh, maybe I have to put out my own portal for you to go through it. Try it again.
Here, I'll form one of mine. And then I choose red, the burial cave. Let's see where that takes me. There we are.
Oh, yeah, I guess we both have to have a portal to connect to each other. That's pretty cool, actually.
I keep hitting A to use my skills and it does nothing.
I'm doing...
Playing too many games at once, I guess. But yeah, it's really funny. I noticed I don't do it for this. I just grow a beard because I get lazy. But I noticed when I grow my beard out, people get so much more docile with me in business conversations.
Oh, look at this teddy bear like that.
What? No, like if they make a point and I refute it, they're so quick to like question themselves and start agreeing with me. Versus if I'm clean, if I'm clean shaven. Yeah, and I don't think it's an intimidation factor. I think they're like looking at me like a father figure trying to please me.
Father.
Not mindfully, but I think there's something in them that's just like, Dad?
It's your Jesus beard?
Yeah. But even if it's like trimmed up and clean and all that, it's just like versus being clean shaven, I find I wouldn't say they take me more seriously, but it's almost like they're scared to say something that's gonna disappoint me, or they almost look at me as a higher level figure. It's funny.
So, I guess you'll be really successful if you grow a beard down there.
Or just grow super long face beard. Just longer and longer. And longer again. Yeah, I don't know, I found it hilarious because it was like very noticeable how people's conduct changed, and it would be people like above me in the I mean, I was an intern, so everyone was above me, but there were people that like were in different departments, and it's not like I had to answer to them, but there were people I did have to answer to, and everyone would take me more
seriously.
Yeah, like they always took me more seriously, but like they'd be less combative, I guess. Like the people that liked to argue or make a fuss about things, or like the guys that would because I'm an intern, they would ask me to do things even though it's not my job. Like,
Yeah.
I grew a beard and suddenly they're not asking me to do that shit anymore. Or they're asking me much more nicely, and if I say no, they're like, yeah, fair enough, no problem. So, I guess what I'm saying is I'm keeping my beard. No, I'm gonna trim it up tomorrow, probably. Maybe get rid of it in the near future. It gets in the way of my dick sucking. Where'd you go? Oh god, you froze. So I guess Harrison's out. We'll wait to see if he's restarting his computer. In the meantime, I guess I'll keep pushing forward and he can join back up when he can. So, 3 hours into the game, this reminds me a lot of MU, or I guess most older 3D games. It's you have less to worry about, it's arguably slower pace, but I would say even more fun than a lot of newer games that are coming out. So, I could see myself playing this for another 10 to 100 hours. This is making me want to get back into Decron though. I played that way back in the day. Had very similar graphics, fight mechanics. It was just more MMO style instead of... Well, now that I'm getting into this, I guess it is a lot like an MMO. But, yeah. Something new. Oh. Looks like the internet connection was actually me. That's not good. Just resetting my Wi-Fi adapter. Are you still frozen? No, looks like you're good.
Was that me or was that you?
That was me. I thought it was you.
Yeah, I thought it was me too.
I was just like running around aimlessly waiting for you to come back. I'm like, so some thoughts on the game. And then I'm like, I should probably check WhatsApp to see like if things are going okay with you. And I'm like, oh, my internet crashed. Like my wireless adapter had enough of me. So I wonder if I can find my own server if you're still in it.
I'm just joining now.
Oh, so should I just like make a new one then?
I'll just jump back into the same server.
But that
I don't know how
server, that server is probably gone though because I disconnected.
Yeah, but I'm entering it now though.
Oh god.
Wait, let's see what happens. Because I'm still on the loading screen.
Alright, I'm seeing if my game is here. I see 0 games.
Oh, you have to press the refresh button. Oh yeah, you have to
I
make a
did.
new one.
I did, but it's because I was on LAN instead of internet.
Yeah, I think you still have to make a new server though. Unless
Okay.
you have to be in it for it to work.
I'm making it right now. I just made it, so it should pop up anytime.
Is it the same one?
Yep.
Same game?
Game Nubbin, buddy. Game Nubbin brought to you by Mr. Nubbin. Wow, level 15, that's a lot further than we got last time.
Yeah, last time we stopped like at 10 or something.
6?
6?
I
Oh,
got-
wait.
Yeah. Hopefully
Well,
my
last time we played...
hopefully my
last
game
time-
unfreezes soon. Sorry.
Yeah. Last time, I don't think we even played past an hour.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like me. This is a new me, but my screen is still frozen.
So my buddy Ori, who's helping us run the stream as best as we can,
Yep.
as I explained, our whole Dishonored recording from yesterday went poof. So I'm gonna have to redo all of that before I do Amnesia. So unfortunately, there's no Amnesia today. I don't think I have to do the entire Dishonored playthrough again before I can do that.
I'm not sure if this is loading or if it's just had enough of me at this point.
It's probably had enough of you because it's not
Yeah.
loading for me either.
Like, oh, there's a loading screen. That's progress. I'm in.
I've been. Oh, you're in. Okay, maybe I'll get in now too.
Come see
I'm
what's
in,
left
baby.
of what wears. Respect. I'll give you a good price on what I've got left. Put it to good use. Come see what's left of what
I'm still loading.
Take your time, I'm just selling a bunch of stuff that I probably will need in the future.
That's actually the great thing about like these loot and shoot games where, well, this isn't a shooter, but these looters where you're like, oh, I have this item that I probably should keep, but then you always find something
see anything.
better or just as good because there's just so much loot for you to pick up.
Yeah, I love it. It's like addicting stupid fun. But it is fun nonetheless.
Okay, I think I'm just stuck on the loading screen.
I was too.
Whatever.
Just give it like 45 minutes. Have some patience, damn it.
Put it to good use.
Network problems detected. Okay, I'm gonna try again.
Hopefully that's not my network again.
Hopefully not.
It looks like my internet is still going strong, or at least decent.
I'm just gonna close this. Close that.
I currently have a salt bag equipped. I'm gonna switch to this vigorous skull fetish of the wolf and see if that helps me in my journey.
Yeah, it's not even refreshing anymore. I have lost connection to server. Okay, I think it's my turn. It's
Oh
my
boy.
turn to have. It's contagious. Okay. Game Nubbins.
What's up, buddy?
There we go.
Bonus to all pets.
You see the loading screen where there's this guy with a knife holding this raven? That's
Oh yeah,
that's the occultist class.
yeah. Okay. Sounds like
And
a
the
guy from a
raven.
cult.
And then the raven can like shoot lightning and stuff.
Hey.
What is happening?
Now when I hover my mouse over cunning, I'm seeing all that stuff that you were seeing. Before I would hover over like physique, cunning, spirit, and nothing would pop up.
Mm-hmm. So my game is bugging the hell out.
Put it to good use.
Your game is bugging?
Yeah, there's just a black screen with the metal finger that you use to clicky clicky. Could I restart my game?
Okay.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, wait, actually, that's what mine had too. Then I went to a loading screen. It was a black screen with, like, just the clicker. Just the
Well,
mouse.
it's too. I already tried out the game, so I'm gonna come back in.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just looking at my skill tree anyways.
Ghost Rider looks. There's a Ghost Rider Venom. I don't know if you can see that. Looks sick.
Kind of. My eyes are too fried to see your webcam. Like, I looked over and I saw you holding your phone up, but I think there's like shmoo on my glasses.
No, it's just Venom with. Hey. It's just Venom with Ghost Rider together, symbioting.
I just got a skill where I can summon like a bird.
Did you choose Occultist?
No, shaman. Shaman? Shaman?
Oh yeah. Shaman.
Shaman?
Shaman? Shame on you.
Oh, I can call upon this other random guy too.
Oh.
Now we're talking, my friend.
Woohoo. Okay. Please work. Wait. The symbiote's weakness is fire, and Ghost Rider's just covered in fire. Wonder how that works.
Eh. Welcome back, buddy.
Thank you.
So I guess we just you just like forget your second job for a long time. Because I feel like every time I go to put points into my second job,
Yeah, to be honest, it's almost like you have your second job, but it's probably better off to focus on your first job anyways, just to become more powerful before you start branching out.
Yeah.
If you want to come to where I'm standing, I'm going to show you the NPC you talk to change your build.
Sure. How do you unlock more of these devotion points? I only have like 2.
So, you know the shrines that we've been visiting?
No.
Next time we encounter one, I'll show you, but every time we enter one of those caves, those mini dungeon things, sometimes some of them have a shrine in them, and if we put in the Aether crystals into the shrine, we unlock the devotion point.
Actually, I do know what you're talking about, because I went there and clicked a shrine, and it's like, this shrine has already been lit.
Yeah, so like I put an Aether crystal inside or something, so that's how you get the devotion points. So you talk to this NPC, and then you can just like click on the skill to undo the investment.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put everything I think into my one job.
I wonder if I should just... Yeah. I mean, the second job will come in handy later for sure, but not right now.
Cool. I'm excited to try these new things out.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
wait a second. How do we do it? Okay. So, put this in. That's what I like about because I haven't really played Diablo at all, but like Torchlight and whatnot, like you can't. From what I understand, Diablo, you can't really change your build either. I might be wrong. I don't know. Speaking out of my ass, but yeah, I love how like here you can easily just like change your build whenever you feel like it.
Me too. I hate when they make things hard for no reason.
Yeah.
Games. So, the fact that my internet jibbed up. Oh, where are we going?
I have no idea what it's called, but I just went to the furthest teleport, for which outskirts.
Okay. I'll go there too.
But actually, this would be a good like if you actually don't teleport. I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying if you do that and you just continue walking north, all the mobs will have respawned.
Mm.
So yeah, you can grind stuff that way too.
But yeah, so the fact that my internet got screwed up, I wonder if this is continuing the old stream, or if it started a second one.
Oh, I'm dying. That's all I know. I think it might be starting another one.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're the only ones who keep track of it, but
True.
yeah, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Okay, who's healing? This asshole.
Well,
These goblins actually are pretty cool.
this grasping vines thing. Oh, I had to hold it.
Mm.
Like, I kept hitting my skill and it wasn't doing shit, and then I held it and it wrapped a guy in vines.
It like stops them from moving, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. I think it does some damage too. And I
Oh,
spawned some monkey person.
You know what's annoying? When
What's that?
their healer is healing the other healer and you can't kill the healer.
Pretty smart
Oh
of them.
crap, that's yours. Holy smokes, that's
Yeah.
wicked. I've never seen that before.
Holy smokes indeed, my friend.
That looks badass.
But I was trying to summon a second guy. Guys...
I think if you want to summon more, you have to upgrade the ability to. Like there are some items that says, oh, you can now have more than one.
Yo, this guy looks
summon
so
or-
sick.
He's wicked.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I heard what you were saying.
Yeah, so you just have to level it up some more, or get the equipment for it.
Hmm. But you said it might be a skill somewhere?
I think you can definitely summon one of each monster. I don't know if you can. Sometimes you can't summon the same one, but there are some summons where you can say, yeah, like that.
So I can summon two
Oh,
of
wait.
him, but it wouldn't let me summon this fourth guy.
Wait, no, your original one just disappeared.
Oh, that's why, you fucking idiot. This isn't... I thought I was summoning a beast god. It says call upon the beast god Mog Drogan. Madrogan. To bestow nature's blessing upon you and your nearby allies. So it's a toggle effect, which would explain why you are all blue.
Hey. No, I'm blue because of me. The leaves
Oh.
are from you.
Then I don't know.
Yeah. No, the yellow leaf thingies floating around us, that's from you. That's
I'm
your
going the wrong way.
Yeah. I mean, there's a dungeon down here that we haven't covered yet, if you want to do that.
Sure.
Yeah,
Let's
there's a
do it.
boss in there. So if you didn't fix this bridge before, we would be forced to go through this tunnel instead. So it's kind of like, oh, if you collected the scraps early on, then you have an easy passage, but if not, then you'll have to take it.
Alright. Well, I fucking love this. I don't know why I thought he was a bird. I guess he has a bit of a beak.
Yeah, he has a beak. I was gonna say something when you said that you saw a boss at the corner of the screen, and we approached it and started killing this mosquito boss. And at that time, we were talking about One Punch Man as well. And it just reminded me of Bill Burr's podcast when he was talking about One Punch Man.
Yeah.
And he was just breaking it down. And he's like, see that?
How stupid it is.
No, he was like, he enjoyed it. He was talking about how...
No, like he loves it, but he's like, I love how like they spend 5 minutes developing a guy's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a villain story, and then a guy just comes and punches him once.
Pretty much. But
That's
you
what.
did this part like on the mosquito like villain and how like she represents everything wrong with women or something. I forgot how like he went misogynistic on that, but it just reminded me of that part of his podcast.
Yeah, he's the reason I actually gave it a shot. Like, I heard him talk about it once or twice. That's like,
Yeah.
I could use some comedy in my life. I don't know where I'm going.
I'm just following you.
That's never a good move. This lightning attack does so much damage.
I know. It's amazing. You're carrying this team right now.
What class are you?
I'm Nightblade. So,
Ah.
like assassin.
Fancy, fancy.
Yeah, but I still think even then your AoE does more damage than my burst damage.
Oh. Interesting.
So maybe Nightblade's just like a weaker class,
Maybe.
which I'm okay with. Or maybe it like picks
well,
up later on. I don't know.
I don't mind being a beast, so you know.
Ooh, loot.
Can you see those vines when I spawn them?
Yeah.
Pretty cool, I must say, bro.
Aren't you glad you picked a deer head? Deer skull?
Yeah. I picked a hippie. A mage hippie.
Battle mage chippy.
Well, I wouldn't call him a battle mage. He started off with a fucking stick. Battle hippie.
I hear your thing like throwing up. Vomiting.
I'm thinking,
Yeah.
I wonder as I level him up if I'll be able to spawn 3.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, eventually, like, not all of the summons, but there are some summons where, like, as you put more skill points into it, it does let you summon more of it. But it depends on which pet.
It says only one Breathorn can be summoned at any one time. The Breathorn scales with pet bonuses.
Well, then maybe you just need an item that increases the amount then. Because there are items that increase the amount of summons you can have.
Yeah, but it's weird that it says you can only summon 1, but I've summoned 2.
Yeah, but your first one died right after your second one summoned earlier.
Oh yeah, shit. Aren't you perceptive? Oh well.
No, there's definitely like gear. There's definitely
yeah.
gear bonuses that will let you have your second one. Just
Yeah.
have to find it. Hey.
You getting tired?
I only had like 4 hours of sleep. I went to bed at like 4 because I was. What was I doing?
Being
Well, I
pissed
ended
off
my.
about Dishonored?
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I went to bed. Ooh.
What
Yeah,
is
so this will be this is a devotion shrine. So we kill this group, we get devotion points.
Ah.
I set my alarm at like 8:45. I went to bed at 4. I didn't fall asleep at 5. So that's hence my math.
I hate that when you go to bed to sleep and it's just like, yeah, not yet.
Your eyes are just wide open.
Yep. I just go.
There are times like. Mm-hmm.
I always go rotisserie style. I just keep tossing and turning,
Yeah.
flipping around.
Like there are
Shit, look at
times
this
when
guy.
like I'm trying to sleep, but then like you're trying to close your eyes, but you're so awake that closing your eyes is actually painful.
Yeah.
It tires out your eyeballs to close your eyes. Oh shit. Oh shit. Hey, he just got tossed to the side.
This is my house.
Ooh, I got some blue boots.
I mean, technically it's my mom's, but you know.
What is this? Okay, I actually need to sell some loot.
Okay, I'll join you.
So I assume you just
some loot.
teleported back to the thing. If you actually exited the cave exit there, it will take us back to the portal that we opened up earlier, where the goblins were. Interesting. Sell. What is this? Sell. Gotta ring my bell. Ring my bell.
See anything you like?
No, what did I do? I did something bad. I sold
It's
the wrong
funny,
item.
these games never look that fun when you're looking at them. But when you actually play them, there's something about them that's just great.
It's just chill. We even talked about like our approach to this game once we start, how it's really just something for us to do while we chat away.
Yeah.
I think it's really just that.
Corpse dust. Looks like you can apply this, I guess, to a ring.
Where does this go?
That's cool.
Where do I equip my necklace? Oh, up there.
I think I just wasted whatever it is I just attached, but you know.
Oh snap! You can actually upgrade your weapon, or like insert things into your weapons for different abilities. I never knew that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you a good price.
Oh.
Ho ho ho.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Oh.
Oh. Everybody wants kung fu fighting.
Were they though?
Totally.
Oh.
Seems you're reaching your limit too.
Yeah. Getting there.
You think about how long we've been playing this, but we're still in the first chapter of the story.
Out of how many?
No idea. 6? I think it's 6 chapters. Not including the expansions.
What's left of my wares.
Well,
Well spent.
maybe I will be getting the expansion. It's been pretty good so far.
I think it's still better to wait. I mean, they probably deserve to be paid for their efforts, but like you can still wait for like a sale to get the expansions. I mean, I think there's plenty of content with the base game as it is, so. But yeah, there are 6 chapters just in the base game alone. And I don't think we're even halfway through the first one.
Well, good for these guys for making an awesome game.
Yeah. Look at my footfalls. I got fire under my feet. Whee.
Nice, B.
Yeah.
New skill?
No, my boots.
Oh,
These ones.
I almost have enough points for a devotion thing.
Ooh. Alright, let's head back, I guess.
All right. Or is this a good point to end it?
Okay, yeah, we can end it here. I think
Yeah.
you and I are both pretty tired at this point.
We'll continue
before we
sometime
go-
next week. Yep.
I dropped these. I don't know if you can use them, but they're like for magic users and stuff. So don't know if you.
It keeps getting rid of my axe though.
Yeah, you can swap weapons. You can have 2 weapon sets. I don't. So, if you look at the, I don't know the keybind for you because I might have changed it. So if you look below your mana bar where the portal is, just to the right of the portal, it tells you what button should be your weapon swap. So you can have 2 sets of weapons, and it does not take up inventory space, so you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, how do you do that? Mine's grayed out.
Just press the weapon swap on the, to the left side of your headpiece, there's this grayed out button that's got a weapon swap. When you highlight it, it goes orange. You just click that.
Say it again. Beside my guy's
So-
head.
Headpiece, there's that little sword with the 2 green arrows.
Oh, yeah.
Just click that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks. This one doesn't have a DPS thing though.
It's probably just to like give you more mana and whatnot.
Cool. Thanks, mate.
No problemo.
I equipped something. Oh!
Oh,
I'm just gonna be spamming weapon swap now.
this feels like a stick. Well, I guess like once you like get used to your skills, you would know when to swap to activate the spell just to boost the damage a bit more or whatnot. It looks like you're holding like
Yeah.
a chicken leg. It's like a chicken leg.
Yeah, basically. Just like a pheasant bone. Alright. I think I'm gonna log off now.
Okay, I shall do the same. So, I guess we'll end the stream here. So, thanks for tuning in. We'll be streaming Overwatch tomorrow at the same time. So, it'll be, I don't know the time zones.
9 p.m. EST, or Eastern.
EST, 9 p.m. EST,
Yeah.
Eastern Standard Time. So, we'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching. Bye.
9/8 Central. Bye.